right now.
I'm gonna. Hey.
There we go.
I gotta log in.
We are officially live as of right now. So hello, internet friends. Sorry for the delay. Our free video software that we use all year and even longer on some of our other streams decided that as of January 2018, it was no longer free. So we found out during something that you've been using consistently for many months, just decided, hey, not so much anymore. So here we are using a new software, which hopefully, actually, I think it looks a lot nicer just looking at the overlay on stream. I think we look a lot crisper. So, well, Happy New Year to all of you out in Twitch land and everybody here on the stream. Hope you guys had a fun, safe night last night, that you're not too hungover today, all that good stuff. Right? Everybody's feeling good first night?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty.
So far, so good.
All right. Sweet. So, we're going to get rolling with Princes of the Apocalypse here in just a second. We're going to have everybody do a recap, or somebody, or whatever, in a little bit. We'll see what happens. But I did want to get a couple things out of the way ahead of time. First of all, we have a giveaway going on that I just announced today. I'm going to put up a thing in the chat right now. So it runs till the 19th of January, till 11:59 p.m. on the 19th of January. It is sponsored by our friends at Elderwood Academy. They have gifted me a couple of things to give away, including one of these guys, these Nerd Immersion branded spell books for your dice rolling trays, and you got your dry erase and all that good stuff. So I have an extra one that they sent to me, so we're going to be giving that away, along with a couple other things and some dice. So the link is in the chat. Most of you follow us already, so you don't really have to do anything extra.
Okay, I was like, what do I need to do?
You just need to, well, I guess the mandatory things are follow us on Twitch and subscribe to us on YouTube. And then you need to follow Elderwood Academy on Twitter and visit elderwoodacademy.com. You don't have to buy anything, you just have to go to the website. And those are what you need to do to enter. Then you can get a ton of other things like going to our Facebooks, going to our Instagrams. I think we both have Tumblr, so going to the Tumblr. You can refer people friends, go to our Pinterest, I think. I may have pulled that one out, I don't remember. But, you know, if you're a subscriber here on Twitch, that's 10 bonus entries. And as I've said before, if you and your friends want to keep making fake emails, you can keep referring each other constantly, and that will just keep giving you additional referrals if they sign up and go through that whole thing.
Break the system.
Hey, I mean, somebody won. the last giveaway, somebody won by a referral, so you never know. So that is happening right now, and I will tell you guys a little bit of a heads up. Immediately following that, in like the 24th-ish of January, we're going to have another giveaway going. So be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow night is our Tomb of Annihilation game. We are almost done, getting close to the end of that. But if you don't really care about Tomb of Annihilation, but you care about fun other things, this right here, ignore the antler candle holder, but this is a D20 prize candle. So this is from our friends at Lunar Wolf Treats. This is the wizard candle. It smells like, basically it smells like very fancy French soaps is what this one smells like. But inside here, you can kind of see it in there, is a piece of foil holding 7 metal polyhedral dice, an entire set. When you buy these candles, actually this is going to come off. When you buy these candles from Lunar Wolf Treats, you choose the candle that you want, and then you choose what type of dice go inside it. So you pick a set of metal dice to go inside. As it burns down and gets, you know, around halfway, you can extract the dice. So we've been live burning this down during the Tomb of Annihilation games, and when we get to the actual dice itself, we're going to extract those out and show you. So I have about 6 of these candles, so the next handful of streams we're going to be burning these down. So I think this one is a set of just like copper dice, but they're die-hard dice, if you're familiar with those dice or what's contained inside them. You can go and check out Lunar Wolf Treats on Etsy and all that if you'd like to Get one for yourself. They make great gifts. Pick out the candle, pick out the dice, all that good stuff.
That actually sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
like,
have any dice, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll pick one up.
yeah. They've got all of them are themed around. They're all themed around a character class, right? So this is the wizard class, and it's sort of smells. There is a dungeon master one. There's like a cleric. You know, all the different ones. The color scheme and the scent is themed around a D&D class, and like the ranger one is very like sandalwoody and like, you know, foresty, junipery. You know? So you have the different scents, and then like I said, they have about 15 different dice and metal die sets that you can put inside. Like, you can just get like solid chrome dice, and the numbers are a different color, but you can get like those really nice kind of relief gold, silver, copper dice where there's the black kind of relief, but the numbers are raised.
Oh, yeah.
Gothic, I believe, is the style. Anyway, so that's just some fun thing. So that is enough of what we've got going on at the moment. So, hope you guys enjoyed our rebroadcast of the 24-hour stream yesterday. If you haven't, it is all up available now on YouTube and Twitch. So if any of these people, some of Bucky and Chelsea were both on there, so you can check them out in their respective roles. It was a good time. That's all I'm going to say. So let's talk about a recap of Princess of the Apocalypse. We're 35 minutes past when we were supposed to start, and we haven't actually even talked about this game yet. So, who wants to go ahead and do a recap for what happened last time?
You guys got to see how nervous Lilith was talking to her like superior officer, like
That's
commanding
right.
officer. She was like,
Yeah, we finally made it to Summit Hall, right? I met Lady Stormbanner. Let's see. She filled us in on some things, including the fact that the map that that Ozzy has is a map of one of the layers of a monastery for the monks of the Sacred Stone, which was also once a dwarven keep in its, I guess, original purposing. Yep. And then we went to Walmford.
Oh, there was another interesting
happened?
factoid about that monastery that I wrote, that it was like a monster repellent. Like the
Oh yeah,
monks
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that were there kind of kept the monsters at bay.
Yeah, no monster settled nearby. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then we traveled some more to Walmford, and then when we got to Walmford, we called some shenanigans.
That's a word for it, yeah.
Yeah, we called some shenanigans. So Van and Igni did a secret mission, snuck on a boat, stole some books, some dwarven books, while Ozzy and Lilith hung out in town and tried to make it seem like we weren't causing shenanigans in the dark.
Hey, Chelsea, how far away are you from me? From Massachusetts.
I'm in Atlanta.
All right. Continue. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sounds like someone's plotting something.
And then she's like a little now. Chelsea's a little freaked out for the rest of the trip.
Lock the door.
I was thinking I was gonna be like 2,000-mile high five, but I don't actually know. I didn't know where you were or how far away you were, so I wanted to be correct.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Davis, your approach to things is unlike anybody I've ever met.
That's true.
You just don't follow the line from point A to point B.
Random question. Security.
But hold on, I get there.
You do get there. That's true.
Yeah, and we got there. Speaking of getting there, when we got to the boat, we found a symbol. It looks like this.
Oh, that was a good segue.
See how I did that? And
I
then
see what you did there.
yeah, and then we got to the Feathergale Spire and we made a plot without a bunch of what ifs. We made like a real plan.
Mm-hmm.
We came together as a team and made a real plan. And that plan is that because Igni and Vanan can only call shenanigans, we are staying behind.
Yes, that plan, the real plan without the what ifs, was to split the party.
Was
just
to
put
split
that
the
out there.
party.
Let's just throw that out there. That's the one plan they don't question.
So
split the party.
yeah. So the plan is for Lilith and Ozzy to go into the spire, and Vanan and Igni are gonna sneak in and make sure that no shenanigans go down, and hopefully cause no shenanigans. And then we're supposed to meet up at the Death Hole. What is it? Dead Man's Hole. We're meeting up at Dead Man's Hole.
The
Yep.
death hole.
The Death Hole.
Death hole. We're just gonna start dragging people all across Faerun to bring them to the death hole and add more bodies to the hole.
Parents in the Western Valley warn their children, don't you be going around no death hole.
That's right. You heard what's in them there for us. That Death Hole. Yeah, so
that their death hole is about
So-
stuff.
yeah, we literally left off splitting the party as
Yep.
the two of them entered, and Vanan and Igni were hiding out on the outskirts of the like bridge across to the spire.
We were
Now-
planning.
If I recall, that was definitely the plan, and was the plan for you guys, because you were originally going to be like way far away, and then I thought the plan was for you to be a little bit closer in case something did go down, you could get to them. Maybe I'm mistaken.
So you're right. The plan is for us to be backup in case it goes a little crazy on the inside. But the problem is there's only one way in, which is exactly the way. That's what I think Igni and Vanan have to figure out. Is now that there's only one way in, so we're a little screwed in terms of like sneaking in a back door.
Yeah.
Well, you guys wanted to do reconnaissance too, so us splitting was
True.
kind of a way to help both of our separate selves out. Because if we end up being fine and you guys get caught, we can still.
Right. Right.
We'll see how this goes.
Gonna be great.
It's a solid.
All right, so we will pick up having the way we ended was that Salva Belladonna greeted both Lilith and Ozzy at the gatehouse across the drawbridge was down. She was kind of at the gatehouse on the opposite side, and she greeted them very kindly in a sweet, bubbly voice, and then invited them inside to go. She was really excited that they were there, and that they should totally come inside and like meet her boss, and it'll be totally awesome. They're having a feast this evening for the 10-year anniversary of the Feathergale Society, and that these, at least Ozzy and Lilith, are welcome.
You think?
So, yeah, we'll pick up there. So you guys walk across this drawbridge, and Igni and Vanan, you see this. You see like an exchange, because you guys are, I'm assuming, at a distance to the point where you can't actually hear them. But you see this exchange, this kind of friendly exchange, and then she kind of ushers with them, and the three of them walk very calmly. There's no real tension, no fighting, no fisticuffs. They just all sort of walk together across the bridge. There's they wait for a moment, the doors open, and they walk inside. So,
Is there anybody else there? Is she the only guard?
at the moment, she seemed to be the only one, but as they go inside and shut the door, you'll see someone else will come out and go sit in the
Oh, okay.
so that the gatehouse is manned. So you guys, I should say you guys, Lilith and Ozzy, you guys are in this kind of entrance hall. So the entrance hall is a 30-foot long hall of white stone. At the opposite end of the hall are two 12-foot tall doors, like those of an entry gate, or of the entry gate that you guys came through. An eagle carved from a massive timber hangs from the far side of the ceiling, suspended on strong chains. Slender wings of steel sweep close to its sides. Its head is also fashioned of steel. You see there's these large set of doors in front of you, and there is just a smaller, regular-sized door to your right. So, she is going to tell you that that you guys should totally wait right here, and I will be right back. I just need to go let my boss know that we have extra guests so that the cooks can prepare extra meals, because nobody wants to not have food, because that's just hell lame.
I say thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And just kind of stand there awkwardly.
But she's like, cool, like BRB, and she goes through the big set of double doors, and it shuts behind her. And then
Is there anybody else in the room with us right now?
Right now, no, you guys are alone.
Okay.
I look over at Bucky. I'm like, dude.
You hear the click-clacking of her heels on the stone staircase as she goes up. As the doors, as they opened, you would have seen, because they're large doors, you gotta open them at least a decent amount to see in. Basically, all you were able to see when she opened up those doors was a spiral staircase. So you hear the heels as the doors shut, click-clacking up the staircase.
And how long was the bridge to walk here?
The bridge was, we'll say, about 20 to 30 feet across.
Okay, cool.
It's not like too long.
So then as she walks away, I'm going to turn around back towards the door we walked through and point my finger in an estimation of where Igni or Vanan is and kind of like tell them exactly what's going on that we're in the room via message.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the bridge wasn't too far, and if they were not, I mean, that gives them still 100-something feet to be away from there. And have message still work. So I'm going to say, yeah, it works. So you get this message from Ozzy telling them what exactly?
So I'll say, so they brought us inside. We don't quite know what's happening yet, but no one seems to be hostile yet. Just stay on guard. There's a lot of eagle iconography in this room, and we're trying to figure out exactly what's happening.
Oh, I nudge Ozzy. Sorry, I nudge Ozzy, and I'm like, tell him we're staying for dinner. Tell him, let him know we're staying.
And we're also staying for dinner.
Wait, does that mean they are dinner?
That was gonna be my question.
I will say that it goes to one person, and that person gets to respond.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
Let's see who gets it. We're gonna flip a coin here.
All right, let's do it.
50-50 shot of who gets it.
Right.
Heads is Igni, tails is Vanan.
Okay.
Heads. So Igni.
Okay.
And you get a response back to him. Again, the way the spell works is he sends a message, you get to respond, but the conversation only continues if he chooses to send another message.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. She says, well, we don't know how to get in. You're having dinner. We're outside in the cold, I'm gonna assume. And what? We're just supposed to wait?
I mean, you can certainly come in if you want to, but we would have to see if you're welcome, because for some reason we were allowed in. I don't know what's happening right now.
He goes, oh, now I'm not welcome. I see. Well, we'll just wait out here. Why don't you give us a signal if something's wrong and we'll come rescue you?
Igni,
How about this? How about we can try and put you on the list?
Igni, what's happening?
You just watch, Vanna, you're just watching Igni just stop moving and just like thinking, right? That's all you see.
Igni, what's going on? Are you dying?
I look at Vanan and I go, they're having dinner.
They're having dinner?
They're having dinner.
Without us?
Without
I
us.
thought we were supposed to be friends.
But me too. And my response back to Ozzy is, stick, whatever you do, stick to plan. Meet at Death Hole. Meet at the Death Hole. We'll be there. We will be there.
I will try my best to keep you informed with what's happening, but if all else fails, yes, we will meet at the Death Hole.
Okay. I look at Van and I go, we have update. They are fine. They're having dinner. You want to sneak in? I want to sneak in.
Yeah, let's sneak in.
I want to mess up their dinner.
Did they say that we could come to dinner?
Only if we're on the list.
Wait, what list?
I don't know. He
How'd
said
you get on the list.
They asked.
We're cooler than them. What's
I don't know about all this. Cool. I just know I want to sneak in and steal their stuff and then meet at Death Hole.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Great. Now we need a plan to sneak in.
All right. So while this is all going on, you guys, this was actually a fairly quick exchange. you guys are standing there. Did you want to be doing anything specifically, as you guys are just basically left alone in this room before she eventually will come back? I don't know if you guys had any specific things you want. Like I said, the doors aren't very... nothing is really, other than that eagle, there's really nothing of note to see. So it's not like, oh, well, we'll go check in all these boxes, or something like that.
I just want to remind Ozzy, like, hey, remember, I'm here on the mission for the Knights of Samalar. Like, she's gone missing in Waterdeep. So that was kind of my mission to leave before we got sidetracked. So if they ask, that's
Okay, perfect.
To the comments that said I was very quiet, I may just have blown out your eardrums, and I'm sorry. The reason I was quiet is because the microphone that's way over there was what you were hearing me talking to. At least everybody on the stream, not everybody in the chat. So I switched to the microphone that's right here. So
now he says you're loud.
Yeah, that'll fix it. Yep. Sorry about that.
There we go.
All right.
I'm so confused.
Okay. So you guys, after you guys are there for maybe 5 or so minutes before you hear the click-clacking of high heels on stone steps, and then eventually the doors swing open. Oh, we got... oh man, we're getting hosted. It's a good time.
We're getting hosted?
We love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy Warbucks, for the 20-person host right now. So we're just jumping up that view count. So, and she says, like, my boss says it's totally okay. So, like, you guys could come to dinner. Like, why don't you come with me and I'll show you, like, around a couple of the places. And, like, it's early, because I think at this point it's like noon-ish, around the time frame I believe we said. So she's like, so we're not going to have like dinner till like dinner time. So you guys can like hang out and do whatever, but why don't you come with me and I'll show you what we've got going on. And then like you guys can like freshen up or whatever. She just kind of like looks at you like, oh, a little dirty.
I was like, Miss Melodonta, is this a formal affair? I definitely did not bring my formal clothing.
She says, no. She says, no, it's fine. It won't be. The knights, you have armor. You're fine. Everything's like, it's fine. And you see that she kind of like rolls her eyes a little bit. Even though if you feel like she doesn't mean to do it, it's just sort of like a knee-jerk reaction that she just does. So she's like, well, anyway, and she points at the door in the room where you guys are. She's like, you don't want to go in there. It's just like the armory. There's like weapons and things. It's whatever. Come this way. And she like leads you guys through into this. It is a square room. It is about a 20-foot by 20-foot room, but the majority of this room is dominated by that spiral staircase going right up the middle. Also, my chat bot just froze, so I'm going to pop that back open. So, gotta... If it's not one technical difficulty, it's another.
Speaking of okay, I have a technical question. Are they going to a party, or is it just like a normal night at dinner where we got some guests over?
This is the 10th anniversary of the Feathergale Spire feast. So
it's like a thing.
Yeah, this is this is what you guys decided to not. You don't get to go to.
I have plans.
Okay.
I have plans.
All right. So,
I feel like this is gonna be one of like Igny's specialties, like crashing parties.
All right. So in the room, you guys are now in this square room. You see there are 3 other doors off of this square room, aside from the door you came in. She'll point to the right and say, we have, like, that's the kitchen. Like, the food, you'd be surprised. Like, it's not, like, where I'm from. Because where I'm from, like, the food is phenomenal. But, like, through there, it's, like, okay. And then she'll point straight ahead and tell you, she goes, that is... What is that? She goes, like... That's the solarium, so, like, we have a lot of plants. It's sort of like a greenhouse type thing. Like, it's something to do when we're not out, like, flying and stuff. Because we do that a lot. Feathergale Spire, it's flying. it's like super cool. Like you guys, you don't even know. And she goes and she points to the other side. She goes, that is where like that's one of the dorms. That's where like the noobs. That's where they hang out. She's like, but I'm not a noob anymore, so I get to stay in the better quarters, which is awesome. And then you see that the staircase goes up and down. And she goes, downstairs is the stables. That's where they keep all the animals. I don't really go down there because it's kind of smelly, but like sometimes they do have like some really gross animals, like these really big vultures. And like I don't know if you've ever seen like a vulture, but can you imagine like a giant one? It's like really, really gross.
That sounds terrifying.
And she goes, but they do have like hippogriffs, and those are like super cute.
Those are super cute. I nudge, I'm a nudger, I've noticed. To solve that, I'm like, Waterdeep does have some pretty phenomenal food, but how long have you been at Feathergale Spire?
She's like, it's been like, I don't know, who has time to keep track of time, but like 6 months.
Okay. Yeah. I guess, do you mind if I just send a little note so that your family knows you're okay? Because I was sent here to like, just to check on you. They had no idea what happened.
She's like, Mom. She's always trying to keep track of me, and then like Dad does whatever Mom says. Like, I guess it's fine, but like she's not gonna take me away from my friends because they're my friends, and like I don't think she gets it. So
no, totally. I have the same problem with my parents when they were still living.
She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
She throws that like thing. So she's gonna like, well, I'll just leave it pretty vague. It's just so I can complete my mission, like that's all I'm here for, is to complete that mission. So I see you're good. We'll stay for dinner and then we can leave.
And she's like, okay. All right, well, she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, are you okay? And she gets like real close and is like holding your hands and is like she's like, I fight with my mom and dad like all the time. That's why I left, because they don't understand who I am. And I've tried to have this conversation with them and they just don't get me. But that's not what we're talking about. You, are you okay?
Oh yeah, that happened a long time ago. It's okay.
Okay. She goes, well, and she's like, okay, it's just not all right. So come on, and she'll lead you guys up the spiral staircase. And that room opens into a much larger room here on the second floor of the spire. And this is basically like what you guessed to be like the feast hall. There's a big wooden table, tons of chairs, and around the back of it are a bunch of smaller rooms, nowhere near as big as the other rooms that you saw. But those rooms are basically... She goes, that's where the knights stay, and she points at like the one room. And she goes, that's where my boss stays, and she points at another room. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's actually all knights' quarters. My mistake. And there's a third and a fourth, but she'll basically go like, we don't need to go any further because like the next one is just more knights' quarters and my boss's room, and then like the fourth one is just outside to like the roof, like to the open air. We don't have to go up there though. So like this is where we're gonna have our meal right here, and it's gonna. So she's like, you guys, I would say I would probably like. Yeah, you guys could hang out here if you want, or like you could go down in like the noob room and like hang out there if you need to like rest or anything. But oh man, everything switched up on the Zoom for me. Like who is where? I don't know what happened.
Well, Salvo, I think we'll probably take a moment to freshen ourselves up and make ourselves. We've been traveling for a long time, so. Just to make ourselves presentable for dinner this evening, would you mind escorting us to where we're allowed to stay, and then what time is dinner?
She says like dinner will be at like 5:30, but you'll know because we'll come get you because we want to make sure that you guys are like all ready to go. And she says it is like a feast. It's a celebration for the 10-year anniversary. So like it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be lots of like stories. So like, if you guys have cool stories that like you want to tell, I know you're not part of the Spire. There's gonna be lots of like air stories, like, oh my god, look at us, we're flying, like super cool. But like, if you guys have cool stories too, they may ask you to be like, what? Tell us, new friends, of what you've got going on. Like, I don't know if they will, but they might. My boss he's a pretty cool guy, so sometimes he likes to hear what other people have to say.
So while she's like going off,
Yeah.
like just talking stuff, I want to message to Lilith and ask her, do we know what the purpose of this spire is yet?
I just kind of look because Lilith is also very conscientious of like not having a good grasp on these mental abilities. So she's just kind of like, and then looks over at Salva and is like, well, yeah, we have stories to share. Yeah, I really want to wash my face right now.
She's like, oh my god, like, I totally understand. You've been traveling, and I get it. Like, so I'll show you, and she'll, like, take you to a place where you can go and, like, freshen up.
On the walk, that's when I want to ask her, like, so, like, what's this, like, bird people sound pretty tight. Like, the vultures are cool, but hippogriffs for sure. Is this spire just, like, is it, like, just for these animals, and you guys are their keepers? Or, like, what's the purpose of this place?
She's like, well, she goes, I'm sure you'll hear more about it at dinner, but she's like, no, we are a group of like-minded individuals who like all things, like, we have a very air aesthetic, like, we like wind and things that are very airy. We also like a lot of breads, right, because, like, airy food, like breads.
Did you watch it?
I didn't, but I know I didn't get a chance to, but I know that you said that, so that's why I'm using it.
That's referencing the documentary Cooked on Netflix. Do yourselves a favor and fucking watch it. It's really good.
Yeah. So she made a whole point about it the other night. So so that happens, and then she says, well, it's like, we here stay at the Spire. We've been here for like a while, and it's gone through like different changes in leadership, but like new folks are all about like, let's get these cool animals and let's like fly them out and like keep an eye on the valley. So it used to be, and like it is like still a little bit to like right now, some people here, they really like they're all about, like, they're knights that like to fly. So like, put it together. Some people are from Waterdeep, like you and I. Like, they're like, oh man, it's cool to be a knight in the city, but it's even cooler to be a knight in the fucking sky. What?
As a knight, well, who do they serve?
She goes, the Spire, I guess. Like, not like, they're not like, oh, I serve whatever. They're like, I serve myself and the sky. Yeah, cool. It's pretty deep. I know.
Well, thanks for showing us to our room.
She goes, yeah, of course. Like, I'll be around. Oh my god, thank you all for the subscriptions, by the way, because I've seen at least 2 or 3 subs come through. Whoa. So, thank you guys for that. Also, just to not to derail it, but we have a giveaway going on right now, which I'll put up the link to the chat. You guys that just subbed, that's 10 bonus entries in the giveaway if you go and sign up, just as a heads up for you guys. And she's like, yeah, so I'll be around. Like, I got to get back out to my post, though, because, like, they had somebody, like, that's, like, my job. I am the gates lady, so, like, I sit out front, and that's, like, what I do.
That sounds very important, yeah.
She goes, I know, right?
Lilith does, like, a deep, you know, like, what she learned as a young noble, you know, like, the deep curtsy that's highly formal and, like, very gracious, and is like, thank you so much.
In plate mail. Like,
Lady,
or in chain mail, rather. Yeah.
Thank you, Lady Belladonna. We're very excited to see you at dinner. Thank you for being such a marvelous hostess.
And she's like, you. I just, like, I think we can be, like, you should maybe hang out, like, around. We could be, like, BFFs.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
And I flip my hair back and
And she's just like, and she giggles and then like walks out. And then you guys are in the room for about like 2 minutes, and then she comes back and she's like, so like I wasn't sure before, but like now I am. And she like hands you this like glass vial, and she goes like, it's like the best face wash, and then she leaves to you.
thank you. And I yeah, thank you. And close the door.
So I'll say, well, that's been better than expected. And then cut to.
Yeah, so while this whole nonsense is happening, what is Igni and Vanan got going on?
Can we come up with a heist plan?
Oh, I have plan. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Right, the
Vannon is
castle is
leaning
ready.
in
Okay.
and with lots of interest and has a notebook
Igni
out,
goes-
ready to take notes.
She says, I've been thinking about what you said about us being cool. I say we pose as entertainment for party, yeah?
Oh yeah.
And we come right in front the door. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
Do you have instrument?
I don't think so. Do I have a flute? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, where is Jan? Where is Jan? Plant pose as strange and exotic.
I can just do lots of cartwheels and backflips.
Oh, you could pose as magician. You don't actually have to do magic.
Yeah, but I mean,
Can you do magic?
no. But I could try.
Well, we know you can dance. Maybe we'd just be dancers. That's what I am going as.
Okay.
So
Let's just dance.
we're a duet of dancing
Elves.
Brilliant. Okay.
Did you just
We
say
are-
you were an elf?
No, I did not. I am making reference to situation.
I was just checking.
Igni leans in really close and goes, "Do not make me regret this."
Oh, okay.
And
Bannon is slightly scared.
okay, we need secret names. We need secret identities.
Can-
I don't know.
It's off to a good start.
I know
Do you want-
this is a
do
great
you
plan.
want- Do you want to be John? And I could be John, and then also I have John.
The
and
dancing
Good.
Johns.
The dancing John. The
This
dancing
is-
John. And I have a John as well. I've got little John in my hood, and I take
Oh,
out
it's
little
a
Vine
trio.
John.
Yeah, the trio
I
of
take out little Vine John.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a routine real fast.
no. I don't. I dance from the from the heart.
What if we could teach? What if we keep? John already knows how to fetch things for me. What if we could like teach him how to catch things?
Can we throw him instead? We can just catch him.
I don't want to throw John.
Why not? If we catch him, it's just a part of the routine. We just go with it. Just feel it out. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we can do this. Hopefully, we won't even have to actually play. Once we get inside, we hide. We take some things. We exit. Nobody knows. You know, we was even there.
Vannon holds up his little vine paw and is like, "Is it okay if we toss you a little buddy?"
And you, I mean, as much as a ball of vines can nod, the ball of vines nods.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
All right, so this
I'm
has been a conversation. You guys are working on your routine. As
Yes.
this is going on, and I'm assuming you guys are keeping an eye on the front.
Yes.
As this is happening, through the course of this, after about 15, 20, maybe a half an hour, you see the woman that you saw leave with your two party members walk back out and basically goes to the gatehouse. The other guy who went to the gatehouse walks back in, and she is now at the front. Just, you see basically either a shift change or going back to original posts.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Okay,
So,
we play it cool.
We
okay.
play it real cool. We walk up sideways with our arms out like this.
No, we do not.
Yes, we do.
Did you
And
guys
starts walking this way like that up towards the gate?
just to keep time frames in mind that it is like 1 o'clock and they told you they were staying for dinner? Were you guys gonna wait a little while till the evening, or were you gonna just like go up at like, oh, we're here for entertainment in 4 hours maybe? I'm just asking. Did you guys fill them in on anything else?
No, we are the dancing yawns. We deserve time to warm up. And
Yes.
no, we are walking up to that gate.
We're walking up to that gate right now.
Okay.
I want only green M&Ms and sparkling water, please.
All right, so they've been working on a routine. She left you guys. Lilith was able to wash her face, and this face wash smells like eucalyptus. It has exfoliating beads in it. It's phenomenal face wash. As far as the realms go, right? I mean, we're talking Faerun, so there's not like a ton of face wash options out there. And it looks like it's homemade because it was in like a vial.
Face
No.
more aerodynamic now.
Yes, exactly.
Bright and radiant.
Yes. Did you guys... Were you just going to hang out and wait, or did you at any point relay more information back outside before I have the plan of the Dancing Johns just stroll right up?
Oh yeah, I definitely would have like informed them what happened as far as like we were brought up to rooms. We're currently waiting. I hope you guys aren't planning some stupid thing that's gonna happen soon.
I am insulted.
All right, so you get this information from Ozzy. Does this change your plan at all?
We're gonna stay the course and head to the. We have to. It'd be real sketchy if we didn't.
Well, what my question is, does Igni and Vanan, or does Igni tell Ozzy her plan?
Oh, for sure. Igni relays back that we will be coming in as entertainment. Just go with the flow. If anybody asks, the dancing yawns are best entertainment in all of land. Got it?
Yeah. Tell him.
And then we'll see you at Death Hole.
Yes.
I know there's no way of talking you out of this plan. If you do come in, then we will not know each other, quote unquote. So
Correct.
We can communicate via message, though, right?
Yes.
Still, in our
I can
mind.
still speak to you all via message. Yes.
Correct. So just go with flow, yeah?
Okay. And I turn to Lilith and I say, they're planning on coming in here and doing some sort of routine and being the entertainment for the evening.
Oh.
Which I think is a proper response.
Well,
Considering this
do
is
you
the
have
evening,
any?
then I don't think we're gonna be able to talk them out of this.
I don't think so either. You did tell them we're gonna pretend like we don't know them, right?
Best teammates ever.
Two things. One, Bucky, they're saying that your mic is a little quiet.
Oh, is it? I'll turn it up.
It is slightly quiet.
I will also tell you, in-game relations, there was no mention of entertainment, just to throw that out there, to Lilith and Ozzy. They say they're coming in as entertainment. Nowhere did Salva tell you, like, oh, there's gonna be, like, dancers and, like, entertainment. She just said it was a feast. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware so you're not setting your other party members up for complete failure right out the gate. We're the entertainment. We didn't order any entertainment. Oh. Well. Just to put that out there for you guys. Or at least you didn't get there was no mention of entertainment in the conversation.
Is my mic better now?
Yes. To me it is. Anyway.
Oh, what? Ozzy.
Yes.
Maybe they have access by going through the stables.
Do they? Can they go through the stables?
It's a spire, right? So
It's in the middle of the.
It's in the basement?
Yeah, it's in the base. You'd have to climb several, like 100 feet. You'd have to go down into the valley to the base of the spire, and then climb vertically up to get to the stables. Because if you think about, right, you've got a tower and the drawbridge connects to the first level. The stables are below it, but it is a pillar. Again, to give you a reference...
Right. It's, yeah.
The stables are down here.
Oh, yes.
So you got to go across the bridge or go down in the valley and then climb up to get to the stables. You guys came in here.
I stick to dancing.
Okay. I just want to make sure like that is...
I mean, unless, Ozzy, are you telling me that we don't need to dance? Are you denying me?
No. No. I have a plan.
You have a plan.
In case things go wonky.
Great.
So you can come in and dance and do that whole thing and come in and do what you want to do. I'm going to try and ensure that they don't think that this is weird.
How are you going to do that? Oh, wait.
Yes, how are you going to do that?
You'll find out. And I go downstairs.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to go towards the main... I'm going to let Lilith know I'm going to go downstairs towards the entrance area that we were. And I want to go and look at that giant eagle sculpture.
Okay.
And take out my sketchbook and act as though I'm sketching it because I thought it was so nice. I wanted to sketch it out. And then when I see them approaching, I'll be like, oh, hey.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want to come to, or if you just want to stay in the room.
I will walk out there with you and watch you sketch. Or if you have extra paper, you can pretend like you're teaching me how to sketch.
Sure. We
There
can
we
do
go.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like super double undercover.
All right. So you guys go downstairs and you're in the entrance hall sketching or actually sketching this eagle sculpture. At which point, at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Igni and Vanan decide that the Dancing Johns are here to play a gig at the Feathergale Spire.
We cut a jig.
Cut a
We
jig.
don't play a gig.
I'm sorry.
We cut the jigs.
All right.
We cut all of the jigs.
Yep.
Yes.
We chopping them jigs down.
We have to get in before chopping begins.
Yes.
All right. So you guys move your way up to the gatehouse, where you see a young, blonde woman in the entrance, or in this gatehouse.
Okay.
And she sees you guys clearly coming.
Can I
To
just somersault up as a way of showing off?
Sure, you
Prowess?
can make me an acrobatics check. Why not?
Cool. I'll do that. I'll
Well,
make an acrobatics check.
Let's see
know
how you
that I
do.
will.
I do.
6 plus 11. That's a 17.
Yeah, that's great. You very like Willy Wonka, like roll right up to the gatehouse, you know, but in a not stumbling kind of a way. Like you meant to do that on purpose the whole time, and you like flourish as you stand up. And she's filing her nails as you're, and she like drops her nail file, and when she sees you roll right up to the front, and she like bends down and picks it up and like blows off her nails and says, "Wow, that's like, who are you?"
Igni goes, we are the Dancing Youngs.
And then I hold up John, and I'm like, now, little buddy.
She goes,
He waves his vines around.
Yeah, he does like a little Tangela just waving his vines.
this is Jan. I am Jan. He is Jan. We are here to dance at party.
And she's just like, and she like goes back to filing her nails, and she's like, I don't remember hearing anything about any entertainment, but like,
That is because we are supposed to be surprised.
she's like, oh, well, I mean, like, okay, and she's like, she seems at like a loss because this whole spectacle is just not what she anticipated, and she's like, okay, yeah, why don't you guys come with me and we'll go inside, and then like I'll go let my boss know that the super secret entertainment is arrived, and then like you guys can do whatever you do.
Yes, we will yawn all over you.
It'll show you how.
And she's like, I don't Don't no.
Shh. Just let it be what it's.
No.
Bannon puts his finger up to her lips like.
And she's just like, no, and she like backs up and like reapplies lip gloss.
You're so inappropriate.
Yeah, and she would be like, all right, like I guess come with me then, and she'll walk you guys across the drawbridge.
We Ministry of Silly walks in. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yep. So when she gets to the gate, she knocks on the door, and then another man in in the kind of similar the Feathergale kind of regalia walks out to go take her place at the gatehouse, and she leads you guys inside. At which point, the dancing Johns are introduced, and she sees Ozzy and Lilith in the entranceway sketching the eagle, and she's like, oh, well, okay, you guys keep doing whatever it is you guys are doing. I have to go. And then she like looks at them at the dancing Johns and nods like, these people are here for no particular reason. You didn't see them because it's a secret.
Right.
Right? Like it's a secret.
Yeah.
Shh. And she'll lead them upstairs. Like right past you guys.
As Agni passes, she goes, "It's a secret."
I feel like we're both
Bannon
like
does,
open
like-
mouths, just like.
Bannon does finger guns like, see how cool we are.
Like as soon as they walk away, like Ozzy immediately just takes off his glasses, just like.
We did it. We're in.
We're still Ministry of Silly walks again.
I didn't even have to use suggestion. They
At
just-
least Bannon.
Ozzy, what should we do? That's probably not going to go as well. They might be in trouble now.
Well, I don't know.
Should we just like assume that they're gonna get taken to a dungeon and then try to search for them after dinner?
Well, as long as we say we're not with them, we can possibly rescue them if they do get captured.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We just have to really pretend like we don't. I don't feel good about this, but it's gonna be our best option.
You know, in hindsight, we probably should have all just walked up to the door together, and they
Yeah.
probably would have let us in.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's too late now.
Totally would have.
You know what? If worst case-
Lobby.
if worst case scenario happens, we can pretend that they were like a portion of our. No, they are gonna tell them they're here for a different purpose. Maybe we'll have to figure something out.
So what happens?
Okay, so you walk past a dumbfounded Lilith and Ozzy. You are led through the main gates through this big set of doors to a small square room where you are brought up a spiral staircase, one floor, and then a second floor. On this second floor is basically there are 4 doors off of the spiral staircase continues upward, and there are 4 doors off of here. And there is one kind of more ornately carved door. And she goes like, all right, I'm going to get my boss. So you guys like stay right here. And she knocks on the door. And you hear like a come in. And then she like cracks the door a little bit and like peeks her head in. She's like, so like the entertainment says they said it's a secret, but the entertainment arrived for the feast tonight. And he's just, you hear like a, what?
Igni turns to Bannon and goes, "We need to hide now." And oh my god, this is when it's gonna get fun.
You hear footsteps walking towards the door.
What's the nearest door? I'd like to try to open the nearest door. Is it unlocked?
There are 3 other doors, and the spiral staircase continues up and down.
Let's go up. Can we run up the stairs? Secretly, quietly, stealthily?
You can certainly try.
No, run! A 17 for my stealth.
Oh.
I got a 15.
This
Oh
is.
god.
Gotta look stuff up now. Hang on.
Sorry.
Oh, that visual effect, I was like, what happens?
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh shit.
I'm totally expecting them to just like turn and see us and like just like we're both like this, just like frozen, like what's up?
Well, it'll be part of our routine. We'll just play it off like the routine.
Can I pretend? You can pretend like you got the address wrong.
Oh, this is not
party.
wrong party.
Fire.
It's fire of air cultists.
I thought it was Featherdale, not Featherdale. Oops. Apologies.
You know what? You know, it's like one of those street court things. I think I'm looking for Feathergale Court, not Feathergale Spire.
It is northeast, southeast. I'm not sure.
She doesn't see you. She opens the door to like
Okay.
let her boss out, and you guys are about halfway like up the stairs. Actually, Igni is out of sight. Vanan, you are behind her, and then the boss says, can I help you? And he like, as Vanan is like your leg is basically all that's left in view as he sees you. He goes, where do you think you're going? He doesn't see, you don't see him, you just hear this as you're going up the stairs.
Vanan drops down and does a backward somersault into a backflip into a split.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check for that.
Okay.
I wouldn't normally, but this is quite a maneuver you've got going on here.
Alright, hold on, I need to...
Let me have
Crossing my fingers.
15?
15?
Well, 12, so it's 22. Or, sorry, 9, so it's
24.
24. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, well, that
Okay,
acrobat feat goes a long way for that. So that was a very good call picking up that feat at level 4.
It's always come in handy.
For the amount of times you've used it thus far in 2 games, it's come in handy quite a bit.
Right.
So you do this, and you land in the split, and then he's like taken aback, and she looks to her boss, and she's like, "You pick like great entertainment. Like, look at that move." And she's just like golf clapping, and then like she just like slowly stops, realizing that her boss isn't as like excited as she is about this scenario.
And then Vanan goes like, you didn't actually hire us, but we heard there was a shindig, and we thought we'd audition.
Does he know Igni's there, or
He
only
doesn't. Only all he saw was Vanan, but
Vanan? Okay, Igni's going
but
to
she
say-
knows that Igni was there.
Oh, right. Yeah. Should have taken her out while I had the chance.
And
So,
she's-
okay.
She goes, "This is like half of the Dancing Johns, or a third of the Dancing Johns.
I pull John out of my hood again, and I
2/3 of the Dancing Johns."
I hold him up, and he does his little
This little wiggle.
What floor was our room that we were staying?
You guys are on the floor. It's just basically like you guys are in the entrance hallway. If you walk through the main door to where the spiral staircase is and make a left, that's where you guys are
so
staying.
we're on the first floor. Okay,
Yes.
so then we have absolutely no reason to walk upstairs.
Other than to go to the hall, like the main, like the dining hall, if you wanted to hang out in there. So,
Lilith, should we go upstairs?
I think we should. I heard we can hear what's happening, right?
I mean, it is 2 floors away, so probably not.
No. Okay. I mean, I think we should probably try to keep a low profile. Can you message them?
I can try to. What should I say to them?
What's happening?
Okay.
Because we can create a diversion if we need to.
I mean, I can't see them, so I don't know exactly where they are, so I can't, like...
Oh, well, let's go, like, sneak in, see if we can, like, spot them.
Okay.
So, what is Igni doing?
Okay.
Because you hear all this, Igni. You're only, like, 10 steps in front of Vanan as all this goes down.
Okay, I'd like Okay. Yes, this is what happens. Amy is going to slink her way very purposefully down the flight of stairs to the bottom. And as she comes down, she goes, "Ooh, I was just looking for a place to freshen up before we perform for you." Who is this person she's staring at? What does he look like?
Okay, that's a good question. I will tell you because no one has really asked anything about this guy.
Yeah, if he's the boss man,
Let me get you his physical description. I believe it's written because he's got his own stat block. So, oh boy, that is not anything about his physical appearance at all. Sometimes these books, they make me so mad. Like they'll give you great things that are like, his face looks like he's weathered a storm, and like that kind of like cool. How do I like? You can know that by looking at this guy.
Okay.
He looks. I'm just gonna go with it. So he looks like he's an older gentleman, probably in his 40s or 50s or so. But he's fairly broad shoulders though, as if someone who could probably hold his own in a fight if it came down to it.
Okay. Is he in armor?
He is not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Let's see. He's wearing kind of flowy, kind of like flowy attire. It's got a lot of blues and whites, very airy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she would like to slink up to him,
Okay.
like get close.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna as she gets close, she'll say, "Yes, we are here for entertainment for as the company for tonight. We were sent as gift," and she'll kind of like run her finger down his chest. For you, actually.
And he like looks from you to Vanan and is like, but go ahead and make me a deception check, I'm gonna say, because this is it's like weird. It's like a seduction mixed with a lie. So we're gonna go with deception.
Okay, well that was a 15.
Okay. How's this guy doing on his insight check? Ooh, not that great. So he looks at you and he, by the way, like he's doing this and like his Salva is like right next to you as you like walk right up to him, and she's just like kind of like taken aback a little bit, and he kind of like looks down at you, and he says, "While I appreciate that, we didn't order any entertainment, but it seems that, well, at least your companion, he has at least entertaining qualities that are fit for the whole audience." And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Do you..." And he looks at you and he says, he says,
No, do continue.
And he goes, "Well, I mean, are you here for me personally, or are you here for the event?"
I am here for both. I am here for both. There is gift part, there is public entertainment part.
Then he goes, "Well, then that's a win-win, I guess." So
very good. My lord, is he a lord?
No, he's not. He's just...
Very good. So can we get private room to, freshen up? She says.
He'll kind of like walk past you and past Vanan in his split, to like the other doors and like open them up and like look inside and like walk over to another door and look inside. And he walks over to a third door and he goes, "Yeah, this one should be good. I don't think these guys are going to be back for a while, so you guys can freshen up in here."
Thank you. And I like snatch Vanan by the back of his shirt and like drag him into the room.
And then, yeah, you do that.
I do a very deep bow, like all the way to my feet.
Yeah, sure.
And then I walk backwards while bowing into the room.
So yeah, you I guess he would have told you that his title is Lord Commander.
Okay, so he is a lord. Thank you, Lord.
Lord, yeah, he's not a lord as in someone granted land or power via nobility. He's
Right.
the Lord Commander of Feathergale Spire. So, Vanan, you are pulled by Igni into this room. And you guys, does it have anything? It basically, it's got 2 beds, a fireplace, a closet, tapestries on the wall, very Feathergale Spire-y. And in there, Vanan, what catches your eye is, oh boy. You see this fedora, like an Indiana Jones fedora on a hat rack, and it just calls to you because someone donated to give you a trinket.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, Juice in the chat gave you a trinket, so
Aw.
it is basically, it is like an Indiana Jones, like Stetson fedora.
What?
I can't, because his is not technically, it's not a fedora. I think his
Wait,
is.
his is. The
Is it?
one
I thought
that
it was. I thought it
Yeah,
was.
an
every-
actual
everybody-
fedora.
Yeah.
Everybody calls Trilby's a fedora.
Yeah. No, I couldn't remember if his was a Stetson brand though. That's what I was.
Oh.
Because I have it up. I have I spent an exorbitant amount of money on like a late production run of one of the originals. So I don't know, but either way, it is that. It is the Indiana Jones hat.
Okay. Is there anything special about it, or is it just...
No, it's just there. It's a trinket. They don't always have funny magical things or turn into animate balls of
I'm
vines.
just asking for fun.
Yeah, no, it is. But it's fetching. You put it on and you look good.
Bannon looks at it and he's like, "Why is this amazing thing here?"
There's a mirror in the room as well. Because
He puts it on and then just looks at himself. And
it
doing
fits
poses.
perfectly.
Just like one like this.
And it looks you feel confident wearing it, but it fits. It doesn't really get in the way of your ears. It's amazing how it works like that. Like, it's crazy, but it looks phenomenal.
You should wear a
I
hat.
think I like this.
I think you should also like. Yes, you should like it. It looks good.
I look at John and I'm like, "John, what do you think?"
And it's like,
I'm like, "John, you always know exactly what to say," and I give him a Vine high five.
yeah, he gives you a vine high five back. There is also a cloak in here, and it is a feathered, like basically a feather cloak.
Oh,
I think if I can sort of like that.
Ooh.
Whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what some of the guys you've seen walking around. That's what they look like.
Is it the whole outfit or just a cloak? Like,
It's
is
just
it the hat
just the cloak.
Oh, okay.
I actually made a cowl like that for a theater show
That's cool.
for Macbeth.
All right. I look at Vanan in his snazzy new hat,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, "Okay, we're in. We have room. I'm out of ideas. I really don't want to have to personally entertain the Lord Commander. So
I'm
we
not
need-
exactly sure why you went in that direction.
because I was trying to keep our asses from being found out.
I feel like my split was good enough to do that.
I don't think so.
Um,
It was impressive, but so we have few hours till party. It's not dark yet. We could,
I could go practice my cartwheels, and we could see where my cartwheels take me. Maybe into some secret rooms.
Oh, you want to go exploring rooms? I will sneak from room to room. That sounds fun. Let's do it.
Under the guise of cartwheel practice.
Yes, under the guise of entertainment. Oh, it's all for entertainment.
Let's go do that.
Okay, we should find friends and let them know we are pillaging this spire in secret.
All right. So while this whole shenanigans was happening, was Ozzy and Lilith just like hanging out in their room, or?
Well, we were gonna kind of try to sneak up and see if we could see anything.
Oh yeah, you guys did sneak up.
Okay, well, you guys could have definitely made it to the easily. There's no issue going to the second floor because you were told you could wait there in like the main room there.
Oh yeah, we could casually walk then. Casually.
But they're on the
Yeah.
third. They're on the third floor. And and Salva told you there was no real reason for you guys to go up there because it was just like night rooms and her boss's room. As you guys are sauntering about this great hall, after a little while, you see her come down the staircase, and then she kind of like waves, and will start to continue going down. Then to the next flight.
Hey, Salva.
Yeah.
What's up with those people that came in? Like, what's going on?
She's like they said it was a secret, but like my boss didn't know who they were, so they're gonna like do entertainment. Like the one guy, they're the Dancing Johns, I guess. Like the one guy did like a cool flip and a split, and he's like, we're gonna audition for dancing at your like party or whatever. And then like the other one who like was hiding or something, I don't know. She was upstairs, which is weird because it only leads to the outside. But then she like came downstairs, and then she was like full on like hitting on my boss. Was just like, I'm here to like entertain you, and she like reaches out her finger and like mimes going down your chest, and she's like, and then he was like, well, that's a little weird. He's like, wait, are you here for like everyone or like just for me? And she was like, both. And he was like, all right. So he gave him a room upstairs, like they're freshening up in a room upstairs. So I guess like they're gonna perform or whatever at the dinner, and then I think she's gonna have sex with him.
Lilith is trying really hard to have a good poker face, but I don't know if she probably did all of that. So she's trying hard not to laugh, but also show like, what the fuck?
She sees your face and she's like, I know, like I was right there, like 2 feet away, and she was just like, ugh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm very excited to see what these performers have in store for us this evening.
She's like, yeah, I mean, like, and my boss sounds like he's gonna have a fun night.
I mean, was he happy about the situation or was he mad?
I mean, he seemed, I guess, like, the best way to put it would be, like, confused. Because, like, I'm a little confused about it, too.
I feel like that's fair.
Seems accurate.
Well, and Lilith is going to try her best to be like, well, this is great. What's a party? What's a celebration without entertainment?
Right, and prostitutes. Maybe.
Wow! We just took a step in a new direction.
Lilith is getting, she's like, that's awfully presumptuous of you, Salva.
She goes, well, like, they're gonna show up and they're gonna pay them and then she's gonna sleep with them because they're entertainment. I mean, I assume they're gonna want to get paid for their entertainment.
That doesn't... Coin's good, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, no, I know, but she's gonna get paid and then she's gonna sleep with him. Like, I don't know. That's what I always knew.
Here it comes to the question:
That's what
entertainment, or is she getting paid to sleep with him?
Lilith is like,
I thought it was both. She's entertaining everyone and then also him, and then I assume he's going to pay her afterwards for everything.
Belly dancers?
She goes, no. Like, that's not really like a thing that happens like where I grew up.
Well, you can do private entertainment parties.
Right, and I've only ever heard of one.
Oh, well. Lilith doesn't even know how to handle this.
I know, Brittany's turning pink, which is the best part.
What's that?
I said you were turning pink.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a nice way to be like, Salva.
She's like, listen, it's fine. Like, he's stressed, whatever he's got to do. Like, it's all good. Like, I'm not judging. This is just what I was like. It was very awkward because I was right there, like 3 feet away from this conversation.
It's mostly because Lilith is trying to figure out a way to like secretly defend her friend and companion. She is not a prostitute, but also like not give up the gig.
Some things are a lost cause, you know.
But, where are they currently staying? I would like to speak with them before the show, if that's okay.
She goes, like, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't, like, why?
I'm just curious of what kind of show they're going to put on.
Yeah.
She goes, I mean, I have no idea what's gonna happen. So, like, I guess, sure. They did say they wanted to, like, fresh it up, though. So, like, I don't know if that's, like, intrusive or whatever. But they're, like, right upstairs in, like, the room next to, like, my boss. So, like, if you go up the stairs, it's, like, the door on the left.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. So, like, I gotta go back to work now, so like, I'll catch you later.
Yes, see you later.
And she walks back down the stairs.
Well, I think I'm gonna head back to my room.
I'll
God.
meet you in a second. I'm going to go catch up with them.
Okay, I'm gonna just to keep low. I'm gonna head to the room.
Okay.
All right.
I'll wait there until you return.
I'll go upstairs and knock on their door.
Okay, you do. You knock on the door to the left. So you guys are in the room. Vanan is still checking himself out in the mirror. And then you hear a knock at your door.
Igni goes up to the door and says, "Who is it?"
Well, I absolutely had to come over when I heard that the dancing Johns were going to be here.
Igni swings the door open and like strikes a pose and says, "We did it. We got in. I told you we would."
I'll walk in the room and close
Yeah,
the door.
yeah. She says, "Get in here before they get suspicious."
Van's like, told you we were cool, jerk. check out this dope hat I found. It's the best. See how cool I am?
That is a pretty sweet hat, actually.
So we
yeah.
got in, and you're safe. We're safe.
It's like
What to now?
So
You're
what are
like,
you
perfect
going to
just
do
right here.
when you have to put on a performance?
Well, I perform. Yeah, I am dancer. No, that's what I do.
All right.
But
What-
my hope is to not have to perform. See, what I would like to do is go to is get one of those rides out of here.
Right, but what is our purpose for all being here now? What are we trying to accomplish here?
That's a good question. I would look to the Asmir, but she is
She's currently downstairs.
correct. I mean, what was the purpose to come here to begin with? To find the girl. Yeah, did we find
Yes.
girl?
We did find the girl. She seems to be very happy and comfortable here.
I will point out that even though Brittany's out of the room, her mission was to find her and bring her back
Right.
to Waterdeep.
Oh.
That was the actual mission, was to go
Yeah.
get her. She was supposed to be here, find her, and bring her back.
She seems to. This was girl that gave us this room.
Yes.
She does not seem like she wants to leave.
No.
Well, I can only dance. I can't convince her to go home.
No, we will have to figure out how exactly Lilith wants to handle that. But I guess for now we should just enjoy the evening and see what happens, maybe?
Do we trust these people? It seems very strange to me.
Well,
Like we just woke up and they're like, "Oh, here we have party. Come inside." I am happy girl who run from parents who live in Spire.
Well, at least what we have here is we have two parties that are separate from each other, whom they do not assume we know each other. And if anything happens, we can have each other's backs if we need to. So I think we should stay alert in case anything happens.
So here's the deal. As long as we're out before I have to have alone time with this here Lord Commander, I am fine. I just want to get in and out. We should probably leave separate times. Yeah, I don't suspect we're going to get to sit with you at dinner. We are just the entertainment.
Possibly not, but yes, we should definitely leave at separate times after we've accomplished whatever it is we need to do. I'll inform Lilith of whatever we need to do, and I will try and communicate while we are at the party via message.
Do we know why she wanted to come here? This
No.
girl?
We did not ask her that.
We should do that. I need to know more. It seems strange that she does not want to leave. And it seems strange that she would want to come here to begin with.
Maybe we'll have Lilith go speak with her in person about this.
Oh, great. You do your mind message.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
I stay here and pretend I know what I am doing.
Great. I will see you guys later.
This is great.
I go back downstairs towards Lilith.
Okay.
Before you go,
Yeah.
I think you already said the hat is cool. I'm very happy about it too.
Mhm.
I think everyone is. I think it's really going to bring out some good parts of myself. But aside from the hat, I know it's hard to not talk about it. It's really hard for me not even to think about it. But aside from the hat, is there anything else we should know about this place? We don't really know what's in anything or where anything is.
That's true.
We just kind of got led up straight here, so we have no idea where anything else is or what anything else is.
So I'll give them a layout of
Okay.
what we went through, everything, and like tell them where the ballroom is, where the stables are downstairs, and where all the
Oh.
rooms are.
Stables
There's
downstairs.
stables that apparently have giant vultures and hippogriffs.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
We could leave with those, yeah?
We could potentially, if we have to make a daring escape, that is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I think that was really it. There's that. All we know is that we asked what the purpose of the spire is, and the knights here seem to serve themselves and the air. I guess the air in general, or the element of air of some sort.
Oh,
They are guardians of the air.
it is interesting. Okay. Can you find out more on this subject?
Yeah, I'll take a look when I go talk to Lilith. See if
Great.
there's anything we can get from our friend downstairs.
Okay, cool.
Okay. We'll be here ready to
Can
go.
we... All right. Can I draw? No, I can't draw. Can you draw a rudimentary map?
I can try to.
Yeah, you could. It's basically a
There you go.
circle. It's not too
I
hard.
don't know if that's accurate. I wrote that's the dining.
I mean, it's not. It's not. It's a spire. It's a cylinder. It's a circle. So there's not that much stuff that you could really have. I mean, best way I can say is across at the widest part. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's like an 80-foot diameter.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So the place isn't huge. It's just how well they make use of the space. Like, the room that you guys are in is actually pretty sizable. It's basically, if you took that 80-foot square and more or less quartered it, that's about the size of the room you guys are in, with a little bit taken out by the fact that there's the spiral staircase, the 20 by 20 spiral staircase in the middle.
Okay. And you said upstairs it was open air?
You didn't get all the way up there yet, but basically
Okay.
It will open up to just the top of the spire.
The top of the spire. Okay, cool. Okay.
Then as I leave, before I close the door, I say, "Oh, Igni, and make sure get paid up front." And then I close the door.
Oh shit!
Did you just burn me?
Totally.
All right, so yeah, Ozzy, make your way back downstairs to join Lilith. We'll say for all intents and purposes, this is about 3 o'clock, so it's about 2 hours or so till dinner time.
Yeah. Do you relay that info?
Yeah, I'll
to...
relay all the info to you and what happened, and we should possibly try and get more info out of.
Well, I mean, I kind of asked. She kind of gave me an answer regarding that question. She wasn't stoked about her parents. Remember that little exchange that we had? She
Yeah.
wanted to kind of escape like city life, and I totally understand where she's coming from. I think that she's probably slightly brainwashed. This seems kind of like a cult. Because that's usually, you think? Yeah, a little bit. Well, I don't think that they captured her. I feel like she probably came here willingly, but
the willing Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, isn't that whenever you have your person, like if you capture somebody, they start to like their
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably just joined this cult because it sounded really free, and that's the opposite of what she felt when she was at her family.
Right.
Or with her family. I know how these noble parents can be. My parents were nobles, and I went to school with all these noble kids, and it's like Rumspringer or something.
They can be such bullies.
Oh man. So, but I guess I mean, it seems like my guess is that she feels really free here, but it would be kind of nice to see what why she thinks this is something worth believing in. Maybe. I guess we'll see. We'll find out tonight. We're gonna get some stories told to us, and
that's true.
They'll probably explain there's always the grand speech and whatever. Do you think we should have like a story prepared in case they ask us? They're gonna. I mean, I already told them I'm working. I'm coming from Waterdeep. My orders were to find Salva, but I don't know if she shared that with her boss.
You're also, just as a reminder, in case I told these guys when you were out, but your technical orders were to find her and bring her back to Waterdeep. So you told her that it was to find her, which is fine, probably the better call. But just a reminder, your actual mission is to bring her back. That's well. You sent the letter. You're going to send the letter, and that's fine. It establishes location, but
yes,
I'm just letting you know what your actual.
I think in my letter, I'll probably wait to send that until after we leave, and Lilith doesn't know what these guys might be super cool. Who knows? They invited us to their party. Salva's in good condition. Lilith doesn't really know. There's not enough stuff for her to be like, feel worried about it. Like I think she's like fairly okay, at ease in this situation.
I think possibly when they tell their stories, we might learn more about the cult or whoever this group is, or maybe learn more about who they are, what they stand for, possibly.
Yeah, I think. But what story should we tell?
You
gotta have a funny, maybe something funny. Should we talk about the homestead that we can share a story of charity?
We can talk about how we took on some wolves and then met the homestead in the valley. Oh,
what about those bug creatures?
Yes, we could talk about them. That's a good story, yes.
Talk about, slaying some nasty bug creatures out.
We can say how you had your whole wing experience, and we experienced you with your flying for the first time.
Oh, I always forget that you guys have never seen that.
Yes, it's actually quite amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Before in my life, and I'm still dumbfounded at how that works.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about God stuff.
When we're not in this situation.
When in doubt.
We can talk about God stuff later.
Okay. Great. So, time goes by. We'll say it jumps ahead to dinner time. You hear people knock on the door, and you see there's several of these knights as well are all making their way towards this feast hall. Where eventually Igni and Vanan, you guys are also alerted that the festivities will be beginning shortly, so you guys all make your way downstairs. So, the commander of Feathergale Spire, actually here it is, in a completely unrelated section, is a well-built male human in his early 50s. Whoa, alright, I did pretty good for a wild guess on that. Embossed feather patterns ornament the plates of his armor, and his kingly cloak boasts a feathered mantle. He smooths his white blonde hair into place, then bows low before you, as if he were only a lowly courtier. Welcome to Feathergale Spire, retreat of the Feathergale Society. I am Thurl Maraska, the Lord Commander. And he offers to Lilith and Ozzy to sit, as you see other people sitting as well. So basically, you see all these people begin to sit down, and this is Ozzy and Lilith. This is the first time you guys have actually seen him. You've only heard of him, and you kind of get the feeling that he usually stays in his office unless there's a reason, like something like this. So now he's out in the open. You see people are mingling. And he also says, we are going to have some entertainment this evening, so if everyone, they'll be starting shortly, and he kind of like looks to you guys, kind of like to get a judgment of like, you guys ready to go? You want to take a little while, get some food first?
Oh yeah, she bows. Wait, you're talking to us? Ozzy, or...
to Igni and Vanan to see if
to
the dancers, because whether they want to like go now or wait till everybody's done eating, whatever their plan is.
We are after dinner entertainment.
Then he will turn back to the room and say, so everyone, please eat get together and we will have entertainment provided by the Dancing Johns after dinner. And then people start to matriculate about. And so let's see. You see several other folks come and join this as well. The rest of the people, clad in the finest garments of velvet brocade, the knights feast at a curved table in the great hall, where twin hearths blaze, and he sits at the head of the table. And then again, he will look to you two, Ozzy and Lilith, and say, "Honored guests, tell us of your adventures in the Somber Hills. Let us aid you in any way we can."
Ooh, okay. By the way, my armor is polished.
I will, yeah, well, more on that in a minute. So go ahead and tell your story.
I look over at Ozzy and I'm like kind of beckon to you to stand with me. And so we start our speech with, "We've journeyed far and wide. We come all the way from Waterdeep, and my original mission was seeking Miss Salva Belladante." And I gesture grandly over to her and I'm like, "We are so happy. I'm very relieved to find that she is in good hands and in good company. But I have to tell you, along the way, some of the perils and danger that we faced." And then I look over at Ozzy.
We encountered these strange beasts that I have never seen before. They were almost as if they were insect-like, with long thorax-like bodies, and they spit acid at us.
And you hear like there's like murmuring amongst the people.
But through some sort of miracle, my divine friend here was able to dispose of them with great ease. It was absolutely mind-boggling. She is gifted. That's all I have to say, is that she is very gifted.
Lilith blushes. She's like, "Well, I mean, we were killing bugs, and we killed these big bugs. I smited them, and we also fought wolves."
Are we there yet?
You're there. You're getting prepped for your. You guys could get food and stuff like that.
Can Igni and can I just like scoff like?
You can if you want. And the whole table looks towards you.
Jesus.
All about, I don't know, 15 to 20 of these knights. Plus, the guy looks to you as you scoff at this story of the honored guests.
I'm just like, "I'm sorry, I'm allergic."
I was about to say, I elbow him like
I'm sorry.
in his.
I'm sorry. I've got a bit of a cold.
And he, the head guy will look at you with sort of a...
Very brave. I wish I could have been there to witness such glorious bravery.
He looks at you, Vanan, with a skeptical eye, and then stands and hoists a glass of wine and says, "To the destruction of bugs and wolves, to our esteemed guests, and to the strength of Tyr and the Order of Samilar." And he will put that up. And they all hear, and everybody toasts and drinks the wine.
Ted, I have a question. Is mage armor a visible thing? Like, if I have it cast on me, will people see it?
I don't know. So I'm going to say no. Because I feel like it's sort of like, I don't know, in my brain, it just looks cooler if someone goes to hit someone and they're like, "What?" Shit, it like hits, and then then it becomes like they ripples, and then you see it.
Okay, cool.
Because I think that looks cooler. So I'm going to say that it's like transparent, translucent kind of.
Okay, cool. Because I definitely would have cast mage armor
before dinner.
Before we walked into this dinner.
That sounds reasonable. So so they hear your story and everybody's happy, and dinner is still going on and people are having conversations, and he will make his way over to you two, Ozzy and Lilith, and stand over and just thank you for being there, and just says, "Well, I appreciate you coming here and regaling us with this great story, and before our esteemed," and he kind of there's a little bit of a change in the tone of his esteemed entertainment begins. I feel it is only right that I come to speak to you myself and ask if you have any questions or things that I could, questions about what's going on or any of that things. I want to be completely transparent with you. You are our guest. You were transparent with us, so I will be transparent with you.
Well, as you know, I'm here. My mission was to locate Miss Belladante and return her to Waterdeep. So it doesn't seem like she would really want to go willingly. So I would like to at least have something in my report to my superiors as to why I am not bringing my charge with me on my return.
She says, well, or he says, well, as you say, she is in good hands here at the Spire, and the Spire is nothing. We are not, I don't know, it sounds probably like it's just worried parents would be my guess. You can let them know that the Spire is just a group of like-minded individuals. We are most of us are indeed from Waterdeep. And we all joined here for, we all have like-minded thinking. Some we enjoy doing our one's duty for one's realm. Some of us prefer hunting and hawking, which is something that we all focus and train on. The riding of aerial creatures, of hippogriffs and vultures, and I don't know if from your story, it seems like you may know what it is like to ride with the wind blowing through your hair upon wings, albeit in a different scenario. It is an experience the likes of which, well, there really is nothing to say except to experience it for yourself. And once you've done it, I find it's very hard to keep your feet on the ground. And he will also go on to tell you a little bit more history-wise about the Spire. He will tell you something, if I can find it.
Should I do like a history check to see if I know this person? Or I don't know if that's...
You wouldn't probably know this person, but if you wanted to do a history check, you could. Basically, he will then tell you guys that this is the home to the Feathergale Society. This is sort of their one major locale. And it is... he doesn't leave, and he doesn't tell you any of this part, but you gotta make your history checks, both of you, Ozzy and Lilith.
I got an 8.
Got it.
I got a 18.
Okay. So he will tell you that this is an elite group of nobles, and he doesn't not address you, Ozzy, but he seems to have a different level of he addresses mostly to Lilith, as he seems to give her preference, both being seemingly of noble blood, but also being like a knight. That
makes sense.
So that it is an elite club of rich of Waterdavians, and Ozzy, you will know that this translates to like rich boys come here to play. It's an exclusive country club, basically, of these hippogriff riders. And they are mostly, he will tell you that they are all about protecting the realm and chivalry and knightly type things. And Ozzy, you know that this also translates to they like to look pretty and have the regalia of being a knight, but they're mostly about drinking, partying, wearing fashionable, nice, shiny clothing. But it's a rich boys country club with hippogriffs, but they try to play it up as being like this high and mighty noble knights who protect the realms and things of that nature. So
okay.
And he says, that they and another sub, man, we're on fire with subscriptions tonight. So that's basically what he will tell you guys, and he will also ask you, have you seen anything of interest as of late here in the Somber Hills? We do our best to protect and survey, but there's only so many of us.
Should we mention? Well, Lilith is kind of like, well, we've seen some weird armor.
He seems intrigued.
Spiky stuff.
He goes, anything more to that than spiky stuff?
We found people in armor made out of stone. It was almost like the stone and had inscriptions on it. We met another that was adorned with a golden mask. That's really all we've seen in our travels so far.
As you guys start talking about these things, his face darkens a little bit, and he says, "Great evil lurks among these hills. Depraved cultists led by wretched monsters. But let us not speak of these matters and enjoy our esteemed entertainment." And he will walk back to the front of the desk, and he'll clap, and he'll look to Igni and Vanan for their dancing Johns.
Igni strikes like a really like perfected like pose and like looks to Vanan to like
Oh no, Vanan snaps to it. Vanan is on it.
Cool.
Vanan does a very flourished spin and pulls John out of his hood.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And sets him down in front of me and Igni, and then we start to dance.
Sure. I was yes. Igni stepped forward before you can start to cut a rug.
Yeah.
Igni stepped forward and says, "Tonight's entertainment is brought to you in 2 parts. First part, man and his plant. Second part, me." And she, she like claps and pushes Vanan forward and goes, do the thing.
Oh yeah. No, Vanan is ready. Oh,
all right.
Vanan is preparing in his head mentally. He's been coming up with.
All right, Vanan, give me a performance roll, my friend.
Okay, I will do exactly that. I did not too bad. It's 13 plus. I don't remember what my charisma is. Zoom is taking up everything. I can't get to my desktop. Zoom, you suck.
It's probably like a 2, maybe 1.
Wow, I don't know why.
Maybe I can find it faster than you can.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't know why Zoom. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Working on it. Vanan, got it. Let's see here.
You got me? I think I linked and updated.
You do. You don't. Yeah, so it's a 1. So 14.
14. Okay.
Right.
So I thought.
So you start your little routine with John, and people are watching, and there's a little skepticism, and you like start to go into like one of your big moves, and the doors slam open to this hallway, and a sentry comes running inside, and he's out of breath, and he looks to the Lord Commander, and he goes, "Manticore, it's on the move." And as he says that, all of the knights stand up at once, leaving the food at the table, and the Lord Commander says, "We should take this opportunity to slay this monster." And he looks, he pulls off a ring from his hand, and it is a gold signet ring, and it looks to be worth a sizable amount of gold. And he says, "A prize to whoever brings me the beast's head." And he looks to Lilith and to Ozzy, and he says, "Would you like to partake in the hunt? We have extra mounts if you'd be interested."
Before Ozzy can even respond, Lilith stands up very quickly and is like, "I'd be honored."
Igni goes, I would partake in adventure, please.
Vanan very coolly says, like, grabs his fedora hat and is like, "I'd be down."
And Ozzy, what about you? Just out of curiosity.
Sure, point me in the direction of these flying creatures.
All right, and then he will agree without hesitation to Ozzy and Lilith. But then he looks at Vanan and Igni and he says, "Well," he goes, "while I do appreciate your enthusiasm, our contract is only for entertainment. I mean, these are our esteemed guests. They are clearly offered the opportunity, as are our knights. And I feel like they are here on as our guest. It just, I don't know.
Is martial prowess your worry?
And he goes, well, no, not particularly. It's just you're a group of dancers, and this is hunting a beast upon a flying creature.
Dancers for fun in our part-time.
We are
adventure.
entertainers. And taking down great beast is fantastic entertainment, yeah?
And he looks at you. He looks at you, Igni, and he goes, and he nods. He puts his finger over his lips, and he goes, "Here's the thing, though. But what if you get hurt while you're out there?"
Oh, I look.
And he
better.
winks at you, Igni, as he says that.
Igni winks back and says, "I understand. But let me tell you, there is nothing that lights the fire in the bedroom more than riding great beast." She says, "I will come back to you."
And he goes, well, he says, well, I'm not gonna partake, so we could just skip all of that and just get to riding the great beast. And he winks
That's
at
when
you
the
again.
textbook bubble comes up and just says, Igni never came back.
Just a
And
giant
Igni
sensor
was never
bar.
seen again.
No, I understand, but I need something to get me in. She leans in close. The mood.
Oh my god.
And says, "I will ride this great beast and come back to you, yeah?" And then she smacks Vanan in the chest and's like, "Say yeah."
My favorite part is how red Brittany is getting. He's the best part of this whole interaction.
Guys, I get red just by laughing too hard, if I eat too fast,
No, I know,
sleep too much.
but it's perfect that like everybody else is like the increase of you're just getting so much color, and it's like, and Chelsea's is not missing a beat, which I think is hilarious, but it's just like
Because I have no shame. Okay, yes. No, I come back for your great beast. For now, I ride your other great beast. Yeah.
he will
and it
make me a
says,
persuasion check.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Oh, yes, a 22.
I don't.
No.
Whoa, that's big. Rolls this time around have been pretty alright.
And he kind of looks at you, and he kind of throws you another wink, and he says, "Promise."
Igni takes her finger and like sloppily puts it on his lips and says, "Shh, no more speak. I'll be back."
Goes up his nose.
yeah, just like so sloppy.
And he will sort of gesture. Sure, we'll say with that persuasion, and he rolled the natural one. So,
Yes.
you guys are led down
Cannot resist.
to the stables, where there is waiting in the stables. Let's see. There are 4 hippogriffs unmanned that you are all you are lent to ride for this nighttime. Mind you, again, it is nighttime. This nighttime hippogriff, or this nighttime manticore hunt.
Oh, but we can see, right?
Well, you guys go down. There is like a stable master there who will attach the what's it called, the saddles. Wow, words. Saddles to the hippogriffs. I couldn't. Yeah, and you guys see that from inside the cages. They're out to the open air so that they can leave and fly right out. So you guys are each shown to a hippogriff that you can ride.
Are we here alone, or did all the other?
The other guys they're also mounting up on the giant vultures as we speak.
Igni walks over to Lilith and grabs her and pulls her close and says, "I cannot come back here. So here is deal. I'm going to take this hippogriff and peace out. I see you at Hull, yeah? When this is over, I am not coming back."
I like, because there's people around us, right?
Yeah.
I'm like whispering very close.
Yeah, Lilith is like, "Girl, I don't blame you. Fly."
Fly, you fools.
I just watched that last night.
Yeah. So Igni's like, "I will help you fight, but I not come back here."
Yeah, if you want, like, you can pretend to like crash or something like that.
Tell him I died. Horrible death in his honor. I ride his great beast into ground.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So you guys all set out. You fly out into the night. So, basically, and you're basically guided up to the pinnacle of this. There are 4 Feathergale Knights assemble at each pinnacle, each mounted upon a giant vulture. The moon illuminates the misty canyon below Feathergale Spire. In the far distance, a single shard of darkness moves, flitting in and out of the mist. Then the shadow sinks beneath the bank of clouds, lost again from sight. Your vision is limited to 100 feet within the canyon because of the fog in the night sky. And you get the feeling that these creatures have been well trained to avoid, like, flying into cliffs and things like that. And they know this area well. So, basically, there are several groups of other people that have gone out as well. So, let's see here. You guys basically, you can form your own group. You can try to join a group with another group of knights, or you can split up however you guys want to do it.
So we should probably stay together, right?
Yeah, this time we stay together.
Okay. So your group get joined by 4 other of these knights. So your group is 8 strong.
Great. Okay.
Wow.
Can I possibly, before we have go out on this, roll something to see if I know anything about Manticores?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah.
What should I roll?
I guess, I don't know, nature.
Nature.
Sure. It's hard to say or Arcana if it's better.
Arcana.
Because they're an arcane creation.
They're both the same. So
Okay.
18.
Yeah, if anybody wants to, they can. If they have a reason to roll and they would like to, they're more
Buggy,
than
your
welcome.
roll is way higher than mine.
Yeah, and I wouldn't get it.
I
that
have a
high.
+9 on all the intelligence abilities, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Yep.
wow.
wizard.
Damn.
Pretty good.
All right, so you will know that manticores obviously are flying creatures. They sort of look like a weird combination of like a lion mane with these kind of leathery bat wings, and that they have like a lion's tail that ends in like basically porcupine spikes that they can fling out at a distance. They can. Some people do train them. They can be trained to be guards or potentially as mounts. They are typically evil creatures, though, so it's not your nicest person who would normally do that. They're not particularly bright. They can speak.
Oh.
Common. We know that they only have a limited number of spikes before they have to. Basically, they need to take time to regenerate them. And that they are territorial. They have a lot of flying-based rivals. And they fear dragons.
Cool.
Okay.
I will let everybody know what I know about manticores and what to prepare for and all the information you just said.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow, that was wow, Ozzy. I didn't know you knew so much about manticores.
I do a lot of reading.
Yes.
So when you say they are not so smart, what do you mean by not so smart?
Well, they can speak, but that's about it. They're not exactly strategic in any way, shape, or form.
Well, then I say we be more strategic.
Yeah. What if we just like call it names?
That might make it mad. And then
Ozzy, you
want to
said
kill
this
you.
thing can fly, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Then we could like trick it into flying into a cliff or something, or like into
I may be able
or,
to.
like into a rock.
I may be able to tell it to not attack us.
Oh, is that so?
Possibly, yes.
Is it
Okay,
like,
hold
on.
like
Hold on.
hunting right now?
If it works, then yes. If it doesn't, then no.
Before we go in this battle, Can I go get coffee?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say we should take a little break right here.
Yeah, that would be.
I was
perfect.
depending on whether it would be when the doors burst open, but then I needed to see how Igni and Vanan were gonna try to convince me that they should be part of this as well and not just sit it out. So yeah, all right, guys, we're gonna take a short break. I'll throw up some music for you guys. You guys go. I'll do all the stuff here. I'll throw up a link here for the giveaway that we have going on currently. If anybody would like to enter to do that. So we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
No, when I get home from work tomorrow.
Thanks.
I know exactly where he is.
That's terrifying.
I know where you are.
Don't worry, I'm just
Relatively.
Technically, you're the closest one to me out of all of us.
Yeah. I think I'm busy.
Actually, no, I'm closest to Ted.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty
You're both in
equidistant
New York, right?
between. I'm probably not that far from Davis either.
Where
Is it
it
cold as balls where you guys are at?
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I don't know how it is for y'all down in New York, but up here in Massachusetts,
I'm sure it's colder.
fucking killing ourselves. You don't understand. It was like -8 last night.
Oh God, no.
It was like the coldest New Year's on like record for a long time. It was. It's been like that for like the past like week. Going to work, it's like everyone's running to the trains, and then running from the trains to their job.
Yeah, no, I haven't
so
left
cold.
my house all weekend because I don't want to go out in the cold.
Yeah,
They're
I'm gonna
like
have to get
advising
burritos. That's
about
it.
Not having any bit of like skin uncovered because it only takes like 10 minutes of like uncovered skin in
Right.
these current weather conditions for you to get frostbite. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Jeez.
Yeah, no, it's no
not
joke.
about it.
I miss the cold.
Yeah, see, people say that. That's like all my
No,
friends
I,
that.
I genuinely miss the cold.
I'm chill until like 10 degrees, and then below that,
Yeah, it's a little too much.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like all my friends were like, I miss snow. And I was like, you only miss it because you don't have it.
All right.
Or they're like, I wish it would snow here. And I was like, have it snow 2
No,
feet.
You don't. You,
You
can
don't?
have ours.
You can. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have friends that live in like, the Carolinas. And they're like, I wish it would snow here. I love snow.
I've had snow my whole life, except for the last 5 years. The last 5 years have been snowless, and I genuinely miss it. I promise. It's not a half-hearted request. It's like 57 degrees right now in San Diego. Tomorrow's going to be a high of like 71. That's not right. That's not winter. That's like spring or something.
It's supposed to get like record low here in Atlanta.
I can't remember when it was ever warm.
Yeah, right.
I've forgotten what warmth is.
My I guess it's my sister-in-law, and her kids have a 2-hour delay tomorrow. They're in North Carolina because it's gonna be 13 degrees out. They have like a 2-hour delay because it's gonna be 13 degrees outside. Too cold to go to school.
That
Sounds like us. Our city freaking shuts down when it snows, dude.
I know you guys can't you get like an inch of snow and it's like forget it. Everybody's
Atlanta
gonna
goes
die.
into apocalypse.
I know, yeah.
The world is ending.
I have no problem with it. I mean, we get out of school and it's cool.
All right.
I wish.
Well, I think we can get back into this as we
All right.
resume
Let's
with,
fight a
Go
manticore.
to Big Bear. That's far though.
with the manticore hunt. So, basically, the way this works is there's going to be a series of checks for if you can catch the manticore,
Okay.
and if you get close enough to it. If you, full stop, I'll tell you, if you don't get it close enough to it after a certain period of time, it just gets away. It's just how it works. So,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we're trying to nab this.
We're
thing.
like running it down.
well,
Yeah.
you get the winner of the ring gets the ring if they bring the beast's head back.
Igni's riding it midair and she looks back and she goes, I want that ring, but not bad enough to go back.
As we're flying, I'll say, perhaps maybe instead of bringing its head, we can bring the entire thing back and get an even bigger reward.
It's
Wait.
hit.
I'm down
I
to
can
just...
What if
possibly
we lure it
persuade him
back?
magically
Wait, that
to
doesn't
follow
work.
us back.
Running away.
Oh, and they could have a pet manticore.
I will remind you that there are 4 other of these knights that are in your little posse.
I mean, I'll come back riding this beast.
All right. So, you guys saw the little speck of darkness, flying into the clouds off in the distance, which seems to be pretty much where everybody's heading. So, let's see. A minute goes by as you guys are all flying through the darkness. I will also say, because I feel like I need to mention this up front, I don't have to mention it too much because you guys all do have the wingwear, so you're good in that respect. But you can fall off of these things and presumably plummet to your death. You guys have the wingwear, so you're good for a little bit. But basically, you're about 500 feet up-ish in the air above the base of the ground. And they thankfully cleared that all up in Xanathar's guide. When you fall off something, you plummet 500 feet in a turn. So it's like you immediately fall 500 feet before the next turn goes by to see if someone can catch you or otherwise. To put that out there.
They didn't say anything about us wearing wingwear.
They don't know because you guys have it like
underneath.
Hidden.
It's like a squirrel suit, so it's not
okay.
super out in the open. You guys retrofitted it into your existing armor.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I also do have Featherfall prepped just in case.
which is great because I played this one time with a group that had none of those. And it didn't go so well for the rogue in that group.
No.
She
Is that foreshadowing?
could be. So let's see here. So it's the end of a minute. Let's see. I'm gonna have each group. There are 3 other groups, or I guess 5 groups total. Yours including. I had a roll to see if anybody finds this thing. Adding 1 for each character or knight in the group. So I'll need one of you guys to roll me a d20.
Lilith?
Ooh,
Do it.
I rolled. Do you guys want me to roll this? I'm gonna use my inspiration
Okay.
Wait, what do we? It's.
and roll that again.
What
Okay.
I just heard from Ted was
Okay.
like that knights.
I rolled a 6. Do I add a modifier for anything?
You're gonna add 8 to that because that's how many people are in your group.
Okay, that's 14, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, then we have group 1, group 2. There are 4 people per group in the other groups. Okay, so, yeah, basically you all are flying off in directions. Nobody sees this thing. So, a minute goes by. I need you to roll me another d20.
Who wants to do it this time?
Lilith. Igni will do it. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Plus the 8,
Yes.
so 18.
Okay. Okay, so, there's one more. Yeah. Okay, so your guys' group and one other group, as you're chasing this, flying around trying to find this thing, you see that you're within 100 feet of this thing.
Nice.
Oh shit!
Igni points and goes, "There! It's there!"
Let's
If
see.
I were to yell, would the other 4 riders hear me yell something at Igni or Vanan?
Maybe potentially. I mean, they're all sort of, you're in a formation here.
Oh, right. Because Ozzy wanted to speak to it, so Lilith is thinking like the 3 of us could distract those other peeps.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is it, you're gonna go do it alone there, Ozzy?
Go speak to this thing.
I feel like it's just gonna be hostile.
Well, if I can suggest it to not, it won't be.
Yeah.
Because I can cast suggestion, and suggestion lasts for 8 hours, and I can harm it and tell it to not do anything and follow us back to where we want to go.
Your 2 of the knights in your group and knights from because there's another group of 4 that also moved up and saw this. You see them pull out horns and just and it echoes through to call everybody over to this thing.
He goes, shit is going down. What is attack formation? I know not.
All right.
Will would be also like, I don't know. I've never attacked and flight before.
He says, if you want to speak to it, you best ride on, Ozzy. You have to beat them there.
I'm trying. I'm like flying with you guys. I'm assuming we're all flying towards it, right?
Yeah, but you can.
Yeah.
Can we like yip, you know? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
faster.
Run.
So I guess at this point, because this is one of those awfully handled things in this book, or it doesn't really tell you anything. You guys are 100 feet away. I will have you guys. Well, you guys are gonna move towards it faster. We'll give. You guys are actually. You guys are on. Can you guys overtake it? Hippogriffs. Okay. Yeah, you actually can, because hippogriffs are faster than manticores.
Okay.
And giant vultures are also as fast. So you guys can, you guys can overtake this thing. So after about a minute or so of flying after this thing, you guys get to the point where you are within 60 feet of it. At this point, we're going to have everybody roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Not so good. 10.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, my dex is 5. Plus 5 now, right?
Yeah.
17.
And 13.
13. Let's go for the manticore. Manticore. And then let's go for the knights in your group. Knight 1 and Knight 2. These guys have special stats here. Let's see. Where are you guys? Feathergale Knight. There we are. 12. And then the second group. Oh, yeah, there we go. 21. And I'll do the other two groups just because they eventually may make their way over here. Okay. So, first up in the combat is... I'm dumb. Why did I take my hand off that page? Is the second group of knights that came alongside you guys.
Damn it.
So they are going to fly up to this thing with spears in hand, and they are going to try and stab at this thing with spears. And there are 4 of them. 14, 8, 15, 15. Spears. All of the dice. Come here. Where my d6s at? Okay, so 2 of these guys are actually going to connect and jab into the side of this thing, and it kind of like shrieks out as it gets stabbed for not a whole lot of damage. Okay, then after they go, it's going to be Vanan's turn. Vanan.
Davis.
Can you hear us? Come back to us, Davis.
Oh,
Oh,
what's happening?
It's your turn?
It's my turn?
Yes.
correct.
I can't see anything. Ted is frozen to me. Everyone is frozen.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say what I do.
Okay, that's fine. We can hear you.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
And you're moving on our screen, by the way. Just so you know. Oh, I said that too soon.
So, I didn't hear anything other than you said 2 of the Feather Knights connected, and then
Yeah.
it was like robot voice, and then nothing.
Okay, 2 of the knights connected. It's your turn.
I'm gonna do that whole Hunter's Mark bow thing.
Sure. You're within 60 feet, so go for it.
Yeah. Okay. So Hunter's Mark, my bonus action.
Yes.
And then, 12 plus 9, 21.
That is enough.
Hit.
Yeah.
It's D8, D6.
Yep.
D8, 12 plus 5, 17.
That's not too shabby.
2, 4, 6. So, I mean, not great rolls, but I mean.
Well, you connect. You get an arrow sticking out of the manticore. Yeah. Then after that, it goes to Ozzy's turn.
Okay.
And you see some of the other knights are moving towards you, but they're still a ways out.
So I'm going to take a wild guess and say I can't cast 2 second-level spells on the same turn, right?
No.
Okay. So, can I move closer to it?
You are 60 feet away at the current, so yes, you can. You can move all the way up to it if you want.
No, I'm going to move within 30 feet of it.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, stand down and get out of the way and cast suggestion on it.
Okay, let me see.
And I'm going to use my spell secrets to change the DC of this, since I know it's not bright, to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, so let's check.
Damn.
Suggestion real quick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Some switcheroos and some bullshit.
Damn, that's a wizardry right there.
Oh,
damn.
Whoa.
Just gonna make an intelligence save versus what?
Versus my DC, which is a 15.
Alright, I can't understand you, so that's fine. Okay. Let's see. 15, you said?
Yeah.
Well, it has a negative intelligence, so that is going to be a failure. So it's got to do what now?
So, with suggestion, it's essentially charmed by me.
Right, it's got a...
And I told it to not attack us and to get out of the way, to get out of, like, the range of these fighters, so that it can, like, fly off and then potentially meet us later on, kind of thing.
Okay, so that will maybe happen on its turn.
Yeah.
So we shall see. So that was Ozzy's move. Then it's the other knights in your group, so they're going to fly up and attack it. Oh. It's 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. I might not get the opportunity, depending on how good these guys roll.
Yeah.
10... 16 points. These guys only have 1 attack. Oh, nope, they have 2. Well, the first guys, they were so rattled that they forgot they had a second attack. So,
I'm sad for the manticore now. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, that one crit. All right.
He just wanted some night feeding.
9, 15. Another one for the crit. It's only 1 point. Oh, and there was the third guy, or the fourth guy. Oh,
Oh, just some more damage. Oh, my bad.
oh
Just a little bit more.
Alright, so that's their turn. This thing, look, it's like barely in the air. It's like kind of hanging on. It seems like there's blood just gushing out of the side of this thing. And it is Igny's turn.
Okay. She yells, do you really want to save it? At Ozzy.
And all the other knights are like, what the fuck? As you yell that out loud.
And she goes, okay. And she's going to fly in and wants to kind of like swoop in and use her hippogriff to take out to basically push them out of combat.
Oh, are we just turning on the knights right now?
I will remind you that there are 8 knights on this thing.
I mean,
that's a lot of. Then they all.
Can you pretend like you're not?
That's what that was the plan. Just be like, "Oops, I'm sorry. I am just dancer."
Sorry. What were you saying, Davis?
All these guys have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay, so here's a logical question: is this thing, even if this shenanigan plan would have worked, is it gonna live? Like, how damaged are we talking?
Pretty bad.
Damn. That was quick.
Yeah, it's last in initiative. So
what did it attack with? What did they attack with?
Spears.
It's just spears? Okay.
Yeah. They have 2 attacks with spears, and it seems like it makes more sense visually than long swords on horseback.
Yeah.
There's 12 of us on one.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
That's like 12 attacks, and they're attacking twice. So that's like
Well, and that's only the 8 that are on it. There are another 8 that are flying over.
Okay, so if that's the case, and we're really talking like this could be a problem, Igni is gonna take her turn to actually fall back.
Okay.
To the back of the line and try to like dissipate a little bit from combat. This is
Okay.
have fun. Save your monster.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Supportive.
All right. So that is Igni's turn. She's backing up. Then it goes to Lilith.
I think I'm going to. Ooh. I'm gonna cast just in case anybody else wants to do anything. Igni's falling back behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Is Igni still within 30 feet of me?
I'm gonna say well, this is up to her, but your hippogriff could, if you command your hippogriff to dash, it could go 120 feet the other direction.
Oh wow.
So you tell me how far you went.
Me?
Yeah.
I would go probably half of that, 60 at least.
So no, she's not then.
Okay. Vanan and Ozzy are though, right?
Ozzy moved up 30 feet, so yes, they are.
Because so I'm gonna cast Bless on them.
Okay. And one other person you can cast on yourself if you want. It's 3
Sure.
people. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you guys, the 3 of you are.
Again? I get froze again.
You're fine here, but you guys each have blessed. It's a D4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool.
And that's the Manticore's turn, and it is surrounded by knights, so it's not going to. See, the thing is, it's not.
My back.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, I guess it's just gonna fight because it realizes that even if it tries to run away, they're just gonna track it down and kill it.
Can I add to my turn?
Yeah, sure.
Can I draw my hippogriff into dashing to the center of this melee and getting to? I want to try to get to the Manticore first.
Okay, you can get in there. I mean, they're right. There's 8 guys on it, but they're in the air, right? So that is 300.
I'm gonna land my hippogriff. I'm gonna get down and land it so I can take this thing on the ground.
Well, so okay, so your plan is to fly over to this thing, which is above it or whatever, and then what are you gonna?
I want to jump on its fucking back. That's what I want to do.
No.
Okay. Do you want to take back your bless instead and attempt to do that? Because I'm going to say that jumping onto it is an action.
Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you fly your hippogriff above this thing.
Yes.
So your position, it's easy. The hippogriff can make the distance, no problem. And then you're going to leap off of your hippogriff and then attempt to land on the back of this manticore.
Avatar style, yes.
Okay.
Well, you're several thousand feet in the air.
Only 500.
Remember when he captures the sunbird creature? It's like the biggest, baddest.
So,
like,
see, there's a
vampire.
reason that I have tabbed on my DM's guide, climbing onto larger creatures. Because it happens so often.
Because if they're gonna, I might have a chance of like defending this creature if like we're still trying to make the bring it back alive thing happen. Because I could put like Shield of Faith or something on it.
So, okay. So, let's see. To get into position, suitably large opponent. That's you doing something. It's a chance to make a successful grapple. Okay, so you're gonna have to grapple it. So go ahead and make me an athletics check versus its athletics or acrobatics. Where's my d20 at? There it is. What you got?
Okay, that's not. It's an 8.
So it also has an 8. Now this is a contested check, so I'm just gonna say we're gonna roll it again. We're just gonna take it. That's a tie on an 8.
Oh, fucking natural 20, god damn it.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, so you jump off your hippogriff. Now, I am going to say that just the impact of an armored knight hitting the back of this thing is going to do a d6 worth of damage. You can roll that, Brittany, or I can. It's up to you.
Is it happening to me or to the creature?
To the creature. It's your call. You can roll it or I can roll it.
You're smashing into the creature.
Because you're jumping onto it and you're... What'd you roll?
5.
Yeah.
No.
So your impact, you feel its backbone shatter as it had 4 HP left. And it just fucking starts falling, you with it.
Oh, how
Vanan
far am I
flies
falling?
As we just discussed, it's a 500-foot drop.
Oh, fuck! Okay. Well, I'm gonna...
What, don't you have wings? You have wings!
That's an action.
That's an action.
Until my next turn. So I'm gonna bear hug it as a,
Okay. Per the rules, you will drop 500 feet instantaneously.
Oh wait, I could do this. I can as a reaction cast Featherfall on her.
You can. Do you wish,
You should!
do
Or
you
the
wish,
Manticore. Actually,
do you wish to do that?
I do.
Okay. Because if you didn't, one of them was going to do it. Because they also all come equipped with Featherfall, because they're not stupid. They fly around out here all day.
That makes a lot of sense. If you're a knight,
But they might want me dead, 'cause I just...
No, man, you won. You did the thing.
I don't know if they're dirty fighters or dirty winners. They could have been like, oh, fuck her. She's not even from here. Bam, bam. She's out. We're going to take it. I don't know. We don't know these people.
We are paranoid as fuck if you can't tell. Is what
For
we're trying to tell you.
yes, to Gizmo Storm's a point in the chat, which I will agree with. It would have been 50 d6 worth of damage had you hit the ground.
50 d6.
Yes, 50 d6. I'm gonna do a real quick. I got a die roller here. We're just gonna see what that would come out to be.
Wow. Well, definitely that would be much more than a splat. I'm pretty sure she would just disintegrate.
What did I roll here? There's so many dice on the screen they can't let. 206 points of damage.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
So yeah, instead of falling 500 feet in one round, you're now falling 60 feet per round.
At which point someone can come get you. The Manticore dead and having plummeted to unless Ozzy also targeted. I don't know if you can target the Manticore because it's not a creature anymore; it's a corpse.
It
Can I
says
say
use
blue?
up to 5 falling creatures within range.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I was still holding on to it.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Davis?
Can I save them?
Yeah, you can absolutely get them. And then there's a raucous clapping from everybody, all of the knights. The other group of 8 makes their way up, and they're just beaming. They are fucking loving this. Cuz this was a thing they do for fun, right? They're hunting. It's a foul, evil creature in the Somber Hills. They were going to protect people by taking it out, but they made a little fun of it. And then this fucking newcomer leaps off a hippogriff to fucking elbow drop this thing out of the sky.
Not what she was just gonna try to help it.
No, I understand, but that's how they see it.
Lay it off.
Freaking
for sure.
Lilith comes out with the people's elbow and just takes this thing out of the fucking sky.
Oh, that's a good visual.
Think of Amethyst from Steven Universe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
All right, yeah. So Vanan, you're able to swoop down with your hippogriff, and then Lilith will actually also make its way down to where she is as well, to sort of aid. And you guys have this dead Manticore.
Is Igni gone?
I don't know, Igni, where are you?
Igni swoops down, kind of where everybody's convening,
Yeah.
and yells, I shall ride ahead to tell of our great victory, and takes off and is gonna tear off towards the death hole.
Everybody in the spy, all 16 of the knights are it's over that way. They're yelling out.
She goes, I know this is shortcut.
And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
I shall see you there. And she just keeps going.
So a group of 4 of these knights are gonna peel off after you because there's 16 of them and they're not idiots, right? They lent you one of their prize steeds and you're just tearing ass.
Okay. So Igni says right and goes right and starts headed back towards the castle. All she's gonna do is like not go through the doors.
All right, so you guys
just has to outrun them.
Do you guys make your way I'm assuming all back to the stables?
Oh man.
You made your bed. Now you gotta lie in it.
No, I will talk my way out of this.
That's fine. So you guys make your way back. And you guys, they basically, everybody kind of is flying and sort of lands on the top of the spire with this manticore in hand. And you see, what's his face is there. Thurl is on the top and he's just like clapping. And then, like, everybody kind of rides up with the whole manticore, not even just the thing's head. And you're able to just drop it onto the spire.
Oh, dope shit.
And he is just like, he's beaming, man. He is, like, so excited for this. And he's just, like, clapping. And then as everybody, he kind of, like, asks around, like, what happened. And, like, all of the knights are, like, gushing this story about, like, the epic paladin of Tyr from Waterdeep who elbow dropped a manticore from the sky. And, like, he's just, like, what? Like, doesn't even, like, this is crazy, right? This is, who does that? Who leaps from the safety of their flying mount to take out the enemy? They're, like, he's just, like, he comes to, like, shake your hand, and he's just like, I knew that it would be good to have guests as part of the hunt, but never in 1,000 years did I depict the scene that has been painted before me.
All in a day's work.
I
mean, your knight's got some pretty good stabs in. I wouldn't have,
And he's like, but still... fantastic. Let's see. What else does he do?
I kind of look over at Ozzy and I'm just like...
And then you see Salva is up there and she's just like 2 thumbs up, like, super pumped. And they're like, well, come, we must have an after-hunt drink to celebrate. And they will invite everybody inside. Basically, everyone will fly down to the stables. And he'll cart over his shoulder, basically firemen carry the manticore down so that they can, like, present it as, like, it's there for part of the feast. He invites everybody down to have a drink, a celebratory drink. Do you go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Igni?
What's going on?
Yeah, let's get him really drunk. Oh, and then I'll just convince him that we had sex. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Do you guys remember that? You guys remember that tavern that we got really drunk? Remember that time? that huge party.
Yes, she says, I'm going to get him wasted. Just go with flow. She says,
all right.
Let's get him drunk.
Do you have anything in, like, wizard pouch that could help her out?
Yes, use your wizard pouch.
Yeah, suggestion 2 more times.
Wizard pouch.
Without him knowing?
Can I bless? I'm like, I want you to succeed in this. I'm gonna, like, since I didn't cast this before, I'm gonna cast. Oh, that's attack and saving rolls, though.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
no.
if you're saving, if you're trying to get drunk, right? That'd be like a Constitution save.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, Igni says, I love this plan. Let us drink lots and lots together.
I bless your ass in case you have to defend yourself.
If he gets too touchy-feely, I can just suggest him to go to sleep.
That's kind of the plan. We're gonna get him asleep.
Yeah.
Let's go. Jump.
What was the description? A well-built man in his 50s?
In his 50s.
Yes. So you guys go downstairs and everybody starts having drinks and people are just like everybody is just like fawning over Lilith because she's just like holy shit, like that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. like people like they don't if they had cameras they'd want to like get you to go sit with the manticore and like try to like reenact it to like take pictures, but
large game hunter style, like Lilith's like so uncomfortable with all.
Well, they don't have cameras, so they can't do that, but they would if they could.
Sketchy.
They'd want you to be like up over it, like elbow drop, like you're.
What
I'll
actually do is I'll actually sketch an image of the image I saw of Lilith smashing onto the back of the
like falling awkwardly, like yeah. Just I'm trying to stay polite, like my etiquette has raised me to kind of know how to interact in social scenarios. But Lilith's like, oh god, I want this to be over. Like, kind of looks over at me and Vanan and Ozzy is just like, that's all.
As this is going on, you start getting thorough.
Raise a toast.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, go ahead. Raise your toast.
Oh, okay. There we go. You froze again there.
Sorry.
Yes. Well, Vanan raises a toast and says, "A toast to Lilith, Manticore Slayer."
To Lilith, the Manticore Slayer.
And everybody does.
And then like stomping on the floor and like banging the table like Lilith.
Yeah, absolutely. Lilith. It picks up. Everybody's all excited. And as Thurl is drinking, he goes, I didn't think they... I guess... I don't know. It seems like he's awful familiar with them, though. He didn't know them before, and now they seem like they're the best of friends. This entertainment dancer and these people who just showed up.
Well, we did just go kill something together.
As a knight, you should understand that battle does bring people together rather quickly.
Yes.
That's like instant camaraderie.
He goes,
I'm pals with this person over here, Sam.
And he's like, Sam, yes.
Sam and I are homies now.
Is Sam like, Lilith knows who I am?
Yeah, Sam is just like that. He's like, oh shit. And he like straightens up a little bit and like spills a little bit of his wine and he's like trying to clean himself up a little bit.
So you want to go hunt some other stuff sometime?
As the night goes on and the drinking and the festivities and the goo eyes from Thurl at Iggy the whole night, just like sloppier winks as he starts to drink more, just like you know.
Iggy always has a plan. She's got a new plan.
Well built Google eyes.
Yes. Salva will pull you aside, Lilith, and she'll talk to you, and she'll say she's like, "Wow, you guys are like so much cooler than I thought. Like, I mean, I thought you were like pretty cool because I feel like you really got me, But like now I feel like you really get me and you get us. Like, what you did is like so cool. I wish I could have been there, but like that's not really my thing. Like, I'm more like administrative because that's like dangerous. So she's like, but this is like, I feel like I can't even explain how close I feel to you right now. I need you to know some stuff.
Oh.
So like,
I grab a drink and I'm like, girl, dish.
and she's just like, so like, we do all of the stuff that like I told you that we do, but like, we've got a secret mission. Shh. And you see that as she's doing that, you see that she's had quite a few drinks herself at this point. And like she's got
a goblet that I'm drinking out of, and I'm like, tell me.
She's got like her hand on your shoulder, and like in her other hand, like she takes the goblet and she's a little swaying, and she's got her heels in her other hand, even though they're inside. Like she's swaying a little bit. Her mascara's run a little bit, she's a little bit of a mess. Not quite white girl wasted at this point, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
And she's just like, we have our mission is to eliminate all of Waterdeep's enemies. So we're gonna take them all out. but we're gonna do it. No, wait, no. I did that backwards. So we're gonna master elemental air. We're gonna like find it and be like, we're gonna figure out and we're gonna master it. And then we're gonna use that to annihilate all of Waterdeep's enemies.
Who are Waterdeep's enemies?
It's like I don't know, they don't pay me like that much, but like we're gonna learn all about air, and then that's what we're gonna use to just like kill all of the enemies of Waterdeep, all of them, just like, but like with air, which is like pretty cool because we're like really a lot about air. So like,
does this
Airmageddon?
Oh god. Does this sound similar to Lilith in terms of like how her parents died and the kind of shenanigans that happened and like?
Sort of, like, potentially, it doesn't seem like, you couldn't say that there's, like, a direct correlation between these.
No, just, like, the same kind of shit. Like, she's like, I've heard this before.
Sort of, but she seems like, even though she's drunk, there's definitely a seriousness to what she's saying. So, she's just like, you should talk to Thurl and get inducted. You should become knights, like Feathergale Knight Society members, and then you can learn about air, and then like you can help us destroy Waterdeep's enemies. Like, that's our home, you know?
Oh yeah. You know, it's that like talking to your drunk friend, like, oh yeah, okay, your drunk friend's spewing some crazy shit, and you're just like, let's just get you a glass of water, and we're gonna take you home. So she's like, okay, well, thank you. That's really sweet of you. I think I'm really tired. I'm gonna go ask Thorl if we can stay the night, and then we'll figure out.
And she's like, slumber party. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
And Ignis.
No!
No! So I go over and I sit down like in between Thorl. I'm assuming he's really close to Igni.
Well, he's like a little, like he's been like, there's no music, but he's sort of like dancing and like backing up and like looking at her.
I'm gonna walk just right smack in the middle, and I'm gonna grab Igni and be like, I gotta talk to my new friend now. You know, like and leave room for Jesus, and grabs her and like figure out where
Leave room for
Yeah, he's
leave room for Paylor.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just like, girl, oh my God.
He's like, what is it?
I just saw that he was breathing in your face, and I figured that you could use a drink or something.
So I have plan.
Yeah.
I am going to convince him I am actually a man.
Oh.
That I am cross-dressing man. Dini will not want to sleep with me.
Well, I mean, what if he does?
Well, then I will climb out the bathroom window.
So
like every dignified woman ever.
You realize that the bathroom window would be like 300 feet up on the spire, right? Just to point that out. Just to point that out.
Desperate times call for
wingsuit out the
desperate
bathroom.
measures.
All right.
What do you want to do? Should we stay in here tonight, or are we trying to bounce?
I was really looking forward to camping near our death hole, but if we can figure out a way for me not to have sexy time with the colonel, lieutenant, whatever the fuck he is, then we can, maybe stay the night. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna sidestep away and then go find.
You see over her shoulder, Igni, him like winking at you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do my plan. I'm convincing him I'm a man.
Well, before is Lilith walks away to go talk to Ozzy,
yeah,
or whoever. He stands up, then he sloshes his drink around a little bit, and most of the wine is on the floor. Barely any in the goblet you can see because it's glass. So he's just like, toast! And the rest of it just goes out fucking all over the floor. And he's just like, 2 new friends. And he like points to most of the room. And he's just like, our Lilith Manticore Slayer is an honorary member of the Spire. So is that guy. He points at Ozzy. And the Johns. And then he winks, and then he turns and he looks at Igni specifically and winks. The Johns, the best of friends. With both eyes, he just blinks at you like. And he goes, "They're friends, and like I may not remember in the morning, but you guys are friends and members and things. So you guys should go check stuff out because that's what we need done. You should go to the monastery. There's bad people." And he's just like, "It's bad. Evil monastery with stuff." And then he sits down and he starts snoring in the chair.
Oh, tight. Assuming everybody else is drunk, I look over at Vanan and Ozzy and then kind of like, we should just...
Yes, I've been waiting for you to do this. Yes, let's go.
Let's leave a nice note, though. We should at least say thanks for having us. The party was great. They'll appreciate it, I promise.
Yes.
Can I write the note?
Oh boy.
Sure.
What are you going to do?
We should all write something nice on the paper.
Dear Thurl,
Oh.
thank you so very much for letting us entertain you at your party yesterday. And then allowing us to go on the Manticore hunt. I really enjoyed staying at your house. You seemed like a really nice person. I was really happy to dance for you and audition for you.
It's getting personal.
As you guys are doing,
Lilith and Ozzy and the rest of the Johns, we all got along really well during the Manticore hunt, and then we got even more along at the party. So we decided to join our groups together, and we're taking your advice and going to the monastery of evil people and evil things. I'm glad to know that we will be friends forever, and I'm always thinking of you, Vanan and the Johns.
As you're in the process of you writing this out, like he wakes up like from his drunken stupor for a second. He goes, "Wait!" and he points right at Lilith, and he goes, and he like grabs this thing that doesn't have a ringer on it. A thing that doesn't have a ringer on it. See, I'm drunk too. And he grabs his ring and he just goes, "This is for you. You won. Lilith Manticore Slayer, ring getter." And he like hands out and he like drops the ring and he falls asleep.
All right, let's bounce. Bye, guys. Let's put
So the ring.
I fold the note to a little like, pyramid.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You look at this ring. This is a signet ring, worth 250 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Solid gold.
Oh, wow. So it's soft.
Mm-hmm. And it's a man ring, right? But like it's.
I mean, Lilith is 6'2" or 6 foot. She's 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes her hands.
Did you guys want I will say this from what you can tell, it seems like the majority of the knights are here in the room drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say when we got down to the first floor, but
Did you guys
we could walk out the door, or we could go downstairs to the stables.
I feel like getting quite a few knights pissed off at us for stealing their prized mounts might not be the best idea.
I'm a little worried about that too. Those are not exactly hard to spot either.
Vanan is down for shenanigans when shenanigans don't get Vanan killed.
This is a new side of Vanan.
I'd be down to stealing the mounts if we were running from these guys, but we're like homies now.
Yeah, they like said we were honorary members. It's like
yeah, we might
come back here and stop
I don't know. I don't really trust this whole killing all the enemies. You know what that sounds like to me?
Oh
That
yeah, I
sounds
told
like
you.
Yeah, it sounds like to me that they're going around just killing people because they think they are right. I
Yeah.
don't want to side with that, yeah?
That is
Yeah, I mean,
that is
fair,
also
but-
hella sketch.
But it's gonna be beneficial for them to think that we're on their side.
Why
feel
don't
like-
we wait till they all go to sleep and then we just walk out front door?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
agree.
think we could just walk out front door right now, right?
Yeah,
Can
you
we
guys are
just
pretty
walk out
much.
front door?
It's pretty much like that. Yeah, the only thing I was saying is if you guys wanted to, if you wanted to look around or check anything else out before you leave, it
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like most of the people are congregated in this room. So this would be your opportunity if you wanted to check stuff out before you left.
Okay.
You know that Salva is asleep in her room because you put
Yeah.
her there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
Basically. It's just I'm just putting it out there that it seems from what you saw and who you witnessed out and about, most of the people are here in this room.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys want to? I mean, we did want to check stuff out.
Yeah, that's fine.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. The only place that I would be interested in would be his quarters, his
Yeah,
personal
That's
quarters.
what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Would
he's
you-
passed out on the throne, I think his personal quarters would be the.
I mean, he's like drunk, passed out, so we've got some time, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be the only place I would suggest really searching.
All right. Would you like to go check his room?
yes, we
yes.
would.
Okay. His room is unlocked.
Okay.
This chamber contains a bed, a fireplace, a closet, a writing desk, a chest, and a small tapestry on the wall. You guys gonna search through all the stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the
Yes.
desk.
Investigate.
I'll take the chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna make you guys roll because he's passed out. You're not really in any rush at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, as you look around, you see clothing, personal effects. The chest contains 320 gold pieces in the sack, a potion of heroism, and 2 scrolls, which I think Vanan, one is a scroll of Beast Bond, which you would know because it's on your list, and one is a scroll of Skywrite. I don't know if anybody has that on their spell list.
I think it's a druid thing.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's Skywrite. I know bards can learn it, but there's no bards here, so it doesn't really matter. On the desk, Ozzy, you see a letter.
It is a wizard spell.
All right, so Skywrite, if it comes up, there is a letter written, and it says Maraska, which is Thurl's last name. We are pleased to hear about the outcome of your altercation with the Black Earth cult, and we praise you for your capture of one of their prisoners. This noble woman from Waterdeep has an interesting tale to tell. We shall enjoy interrogating her further. Keep a close watch on the Sacred Stone Monastery. I want to know what our enemy is planning next. Your beloved queen, and I will spell you the name because it is just a disaster to read. But it's Arisi Kalanoth, so it's Aerisi is her first name. His last name is Kalanoth, Kalinoth. This was in a leather case, a cylindrical leather case, this letter.
So did it imply that they had a prisoner here, or they gave a prisoner to someone?
It's hard to say. I mean, we are pleased to hear about the outcome of your altercation with the Black Earth cult. We praise you for the capture of one of their prisoners. This noblewoman from Waterdeep has an interesting tale to tell. We shall enjoy interrogating her further. Keep a close watch on the Sacred Stone Monastery. I want to know what our enemy is planning next.
Sounds like they have her, because if they're gonna interrogate her for more information.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say because you're reading what's written on the paper. It's really up to you. Don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Hey, Lilith. When we first walked in, what room were we told not to go into? There was a room she
Well-
said don't go in there.
She just pointed out that there was like a small room that was like an armory.
Right, the armory. Okay, we should hit there on our way out.
Yeah, they might have some sweet swords.
Cool.
Okay, so that's what you guys get. Do you take the note or do you copy it or what do you do?
I'll copy it down in my
Yeah,
book.
we should leave it. Was it sealed?
No, it was like a scroll case that you just opened.
Oh. Yeah, I think we should try to make it look like not we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I will say that the quill that is next to his there are several quills in an ink pot with ink. The ink, it's closed. But the quill, one of the quills, kind of one that's sort of out a little bit, looks like very, very nice.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Magical or just nice?
I don't know. There's a way you can tell if that's a
Can
thing.
I arcane check it possibly?
Sure.
Oh, well.
22.
Yeah, it seems like it's magic.
Do you want me to cast Detect Magic?
I can identify it.
Oh,
Okay. Do you want to take
I'm
it
gonna
with
cast
you?
identify.
Okay. This quill, which as you identify this, you notice on that the ink pot, the other quills seem untouched, and the ink pot seems full, and there's a ring of dust around it. This is called a fountain pen, this quill. Writes in black ink, and it never runs out of ink. Like, it's permanently has ink on it all the time.
Whoa, that's cool.
As an action, you can try to spray somebody with the ink like you would in every other fountain pen incident ever. If the creature's within 10 feet, it's a DC 10 dexterity saving throw, or they're blinded for a turn. And if you use that, the ink won't return for a week.
Okay.
Or a 10-day, I guess, right? We're in Faerun, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
All right.
'cause that's useful for wizards.
Sure. All right. You have the fountain pen. I'll send you the full information
Cool.
Cool.
after
Cool
the
item.
fact.
Awesome. It is, like, 12:20.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
gonna wake up at, like, 6. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Same
Oh,
here.
you guys! Oh my gosh!
I gotta ride like a 40-minute train, so.
Oh, I see.
Well, yeah, we're probably going to end it right about now anyway. So, all right, guys. So with that, you'll snag your pen and then duck out the door there.
Oh, should we see if there's anything in the armory before we call it quits?
You can. It is 4 long swords, 4 suits of scale mail, 4 shields, 4 helmets, 4 longbows, and 4 quivers of 20 arrows each.
Okay. Nothing fancy. We're good.
Nope.
Oh.
So yeah, you guys duck out with the passed out drunk most of the Feathergale Knights. And that is where we're going to bring this session to a close. Thank you again to everybody who's live in the chat, all 20-something of you that are hanging out here.
Yeah.
All of the new subs here on Twitch, thank you. Again, I'll put it in one last time for everybody. There is a giveaway currently going on till the 19th. When that ends, there will be another giveaway within a couple days after, but you'll have to wait to see what that is. I know what it is, but I'll tell you guys when we get closer. So yeah, with that, why don't we just start and go around and get everybody. It's a new year, so when we have a lot of new people here, and you guys all do other things. So Brittany, why don't we start with you? Where can people find you aside from here every other Monday?
Well, every Wednesday, I am in a podcast called Venture Maidens on Don't Split the Podcast Network. So we stream something every Wednesday at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time in the evening. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Visual Warlock, and that's visual spelled with a Z.
Oops, I didn't spell that right. All right. Well, I guess we're out of order here, but let's go with Chelsea. What about you?
Yes. When I'm not here doing this thing, I play and help produce for a 5e story play podcast called North by Northquest. We are getting ready to launch our second volume of the podcast on the 3rd, so Wednesday, which is pretty exciting. We're moving into all new stuff in the new year. We actually also have a giveaway currently going on. You can check us out on Twitter and find all that. The tweet is actually pinned if you want to check that out. And then, my information's there as well if you want to follow me on Twitter. I'm pretty active. When I'm not here, I also actually start the 4th, so on Thursday, DMing for 8 weeks over on Encounter Roleplay's channel on their viewer game. So I've got like a little homebrew kind of open sandbox game I'm very excited to run through their viewers, so you can check me out there 4:30 every Thursday.
Very cool. Bucky, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters. And when I'm not here, I normally play Vendalar Greymire on the Taking Initiative podcast. You can find us on Twitter at TI_pod. And you can also find us on our website, thespark.network, as well as some of our best friend podcasts.
Very cool. And last but certainly not least, Davis, what you got?
Hello, I'm Davis, and I'm on this show, but I'm also on Dank Dungeons.tv. Dank Dungeons TV. I mean, you can find us on YouTube under Dank Dungeons, and on Twitter we are #Dank Dungeons TV, and you can watch us. We just put up our final episode. You can find out who the Star Prince is. It's all very dramatic.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that just came out, yeah.
Yeah, it just came out. It's been a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing season 2 hopefully this coming spring. Or sorry, season 3. This was season 2. We're season 3 this coming spring. Aside from that, that's it.
Gotcha.
I'm also Davis.
All right. Well, guys, and I'm Ted from Nerd Immersion, the channel that's running this. So we'll be back out here next week. If you're new to this is every other Monday, the off Monday when these guys aren't playing. Another group of my friends, we are playing through Horde of the Dragon Queen. Again, another online game. This one has a map, though, rather than this where we're just sort of all talking it out. Although we haven't really had a need for a map yet. And then every Tuesday night, including tomorrow, where I'll be burning down these lovely D20 candles, I'll be playing Tomb of Annihilation behind me with a bunch of people at the same table. And then every Wednesday, I build characters here on Twitch. This Wednesday, it's going to be Link from Legend of Zelda.
Oh.
So probably going with Ocarina of Time Link, because he's my favorite. But that doesn't mean that he can't come up later in another different version of Link. And, 2 weeks ago or last week, we built Shrek because everybody wanted me to do it.
Wand of Gamelon Link is best Link.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That's all right. Next week, where I'm building Leroy Jenkins. So that'll be fun, too, I guess. Which, by the way, unrelated, did you guys see that it was a hoax? It was all staged.
Leroy Jenkins was?
Yeah, they just released a thing to help for, as a bonus to net neutrality. They released Take One, which was their whole test of them doing the rehearsal of it.
Oh.
So they released, 12 years later, they released a video to, try to raise awareness for net neutrality that Leroy Jenkins was a hoax.
I believe that, actually. It's just, I don't know. It just felt like
something... Well, there wasn't viral things done 12 years ago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It feels like just like a funny video that a raid group would make.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it felt to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, anyway, guys, we're gonna sign off for the night. I hope you guys have a great start to your new year. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good night, Happy New Year.
Bye.
Yeah,